Alright, hey there guys, it's Metro, and we are back again.
Step on up.
Me and Cop are gonna get back together for another day of leveling today. And hopefully we can get into... I don't even know where we are, to be honest.
See you
I know
around.
we have... Looks like we got a lot of stuff to finish up in Duskwood based on the folders I have over there, so... We'll see how it goes. I'm not actually sure, to be honest. Wait till Cop gets ready and then we'll get started. But I assume, based on these quests at least. Oh yeah, the Doomed Fleet. I remember this now. We have to go to Westfall or Wetlands next. That's right. And we also have to go to Darnassus. Okay, good. I think I'll try to convince him to start with Darnassus, since that's going to be a excursion. Probably set our hearths to... Yeah, that's what we should do, I think. Set our hearths in Wetlands, then go to Darnassus, then hearth to Wetlands. Yeah. That sounds about right. Okay, there's Cup. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Not too bad. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, not bad, man. Hey, Geg's here as well. What's up, Geg? How's it going, buddy? But yeah, Cop, how you been, man? It's been, I don't think we've seen each other since the holiday, right?
Yeah. I had a really good holiday, but a horrible few days since then, and just glad to be out, hanging out with you, buddy.
Yeah, man, it's good. Well, oh yeah, I'm sorry to hear about your horrible few days. But we're back today again. I'll let you know now. I gotta go about like 3:30ish. I need to leave my house around 4ish, so we got about 3.5 hours at least. We'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, for sure. You gotta go, brother. I understand. Just happy to be spending some time.
Sweet, man. Okay, so I was just looking at what we have here, and I think what we should do now is go to Darnassus first. You good with that?
Yep, absolutely.
Cool. So I was thinking we'll fly to Wetlands. We should set our hearth there, then go to Darnassus, and then we could hearth back to Wetlands and do those quests, and then figure out where we're at that point.
Sounds good.
So Menethil Harbor first.
Did we ever read the Morladim stuff on screen, or the Morgan Lattimore stuff?
The book?
Yeah.
No, probably not. Yeah.
I was just wondering, because I seem to recall we were going to start by reading that, but it's like 20 pages long, so I don't know if you want to do that.
Yeah, no, I do it right now. That's a good idea, actually. Let me get the recording stuff up. Good idea while we're flying, too, it feels like.
Yeah, absolutely.
Morgan Lattimore was a great and noble knight who fought in defense of the innocent, the poor, and the afflicted. For many years, he worked diligently throughout the underlying areas of Azeroth, bringing relief to the suffering and swift justice to evildoers. He was married to a young girl named Lys in the summer of the 18th year. They were much in love with each other and would eventually produce 3 children, a son and 2 daughters. Morgan was 32 when war broke out in Lordaeron. Morgan was called to the side of the legendary Paladin Uther the Lightbringer to fight against the orcs and the undead. Leaving his wife and children in the safety of his home, Morgan left for war. The years passed and the war dragged on, and Morgan would witness many horrific events, including the disbanding of the Paladins of the Silver Hand, the death of Uther, and the spread of the plague. The only thing that kept him from the brink of madness was the knowledge that he would someday be reunited with his wife and children. Morgan would eventually return to his homeland, but find it nothing like how he remembered. The once verdant forest was corrupted and teeming with the undead and other dark forces. Destroyed houses and farms could be found everywhere, and the cemetery near Raven Hill now dominated much of the area. A shocked and bewildered Morgan eventually made his way to his home, only to find it in ruins. Not knowing what had befallen his homeland, he headed towards the village to find answers, and he hoped his wife and children. Morgan inquired about his family, but could not find any answers. A priest in Darkshire, as it was now called, said that he might search the cemetery at Raven Hill for a gravestone. Morgan refused to believe that his family was dead, and continued to search every farm and house in Duskwood, but to no avail. Morgan rode from Darkshire to nearby Lakeshire, thinking that perhaps his family had fled. On his way there, he decided against his better judgment to stop by the Ravenhill Cemetery. Morgan spent hours walking amongst the gravestones. He recognized many names of people that he knew and became more and more distraught. Then he saw them, a small, untended plot amongst the many with 3 small gravestones. A feeling of dread washed over him as he approached. Morgan brushed off the dust of the most prominent gravestone to reveal the name on it. Simply carved upon the grave, letters spelled out his worst fears. Lyce Lattimore, beloved wife and mother. Morgan's apprehension turned to dismay and then to grief, and he fell to his knees weeping. For hours he stared at that one grave, begging the cold stone for forgiveness and sobbing apologies. Then, hours later, something in him snapped, and he began to lash out. He brought his sword out of its scabbard and began to rain blows on the gravestone, screaming in rage, blind in fury. He lashed out and swung wildly, catching the notice of a trio of cemetery attendants. As they tried to restrain him, he turned his focus to them, hurling accusations of guilt upon the innocent attendants, then killed them all. Later, when the rage had passed, realization crept into Morgan's mind, and he saw his bloody sword driven into the chest of one of the attendants. Driven to the brink by his emotions, he removed his belt, knife, and plunged it deep into his heart. Morgan Lattimore's body and the 3 bodies of the victims were found the next day. He was quickly buried without ceremony in a hastily dug grave on the outskirts of the cemetery. Because Morgan committed murder against innocents, something that went completely against his beliefs and nature, and because of the grief that he held in being unable to save his family, Morgan could not die a peaceful death, and lived on as one of the restless dead. Only days later, his grave was disturbed, and his body could not be found. The being that was Morgan now wanders Duskwood, consumed by his grief over the loss of his wife and children, and his own self-hatred. Morla Dim, as he now calls himself, roams Duskwood with mindless vengeance and hatred, and has been known to commit murder indiscriminately. It's pretty good stuff.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Oh, that's just awesome lore.
And I think that might still be in the game, right? I remember.
Yep.
Yeah, that book is still there, I think, somewhere.
Yeah, you still go and deal with Morla Dim in the modern games, so. Wow.
Yeah, that was great. I love the books, man. I'll tell you what.
We definitely need to do the thing where we run around and just read all the books.
I've been thinking about that a lot, actually. All right, let's go ahead and set our hearth, though, before we leave these lands. We could instantly return.
Sounds good.
That'll save some time. I guess we could turn this into... Actually, this is part of the... I'll come back to that. I don't want to get disjointed on that, because that's the quest line for whatever it is called, Morbinfell.
Off with you.
All right, make this in your home, and now we go. Hopefully the boat will be there waiting for us.
Yep.
Looks like it's arrived already, so we might miss it.
No. Quick, use your divine steed to catch it.
Yeah. August says, "Hey Metro, what's up? Haven't been able to watch the stream lately. Hope you're doing well." Well, thanks a lot, man. I hope I'm doing well too. I can't say really. What do you think, Cop?
I think you're doing awesome. I've watched a couple of your recent streams, and it seems like you're doing really well.
Oh, great. Okay, well, there you go. There you have it. Yeah, we just missed the boat. I'm not doing awesome anymore, guys.
Oh, no.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't care. More time to chat.
For sure. Samantha says, "Hiya, Cop and Metro." Hiya, Samantha.
Hey, hello.
JXpo says, "Heart, heart, heart."
Oh, what's
right
that
back
mean?
at you. I think he enjoys our content.
Oh, or perhaps he's offering you a heart transplant.
Either way, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And Seismical, some dude named Seismical, not sure who that is, but says Stalvin deserves jail time. Morgan was just misunderstood.
Jail
Oh
time.
no.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna give him jail time, but we're gonna do one of the two. Yeah, Morgan definitely. The thing though, I think doesn't really make a lot of sense. Like, you don't just die and become a skeleton. I don't think that's really how it works.
No.
See, I always thought that the dude actually had like been turned into an undead somehow, and that's why the story was what it was. But now that I've read the book a few times, yeah, it's kind of just tragic.
Yeah, he was. I mean, there's so much necromantic energy in that area, but with the Lich and all the other undead,
That's
it probably
true.
was pretty easy.
I think actually there might even be a small crossover with the Morbid Fell storyline, if I remember correctly, that it might even bring up. I think I remember that somehow.
Yeah, sounds about right.
August says, glad to hear that you're doing awesome. Yes, I am doing as well as can be, I think. Today we have some high school friends gathering for the first time in a long time, so I gotta do this with Cobb, and then I'm gonna run off and go hang out with them for the first time in a long time as well. It's funny, after probably like 10 years of complete social hermetism, all of a sudden I'm like doing all this stuff. It's kind of strange.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of a social hermit myself, so I get it. But yeah, it's good to see. Good to be back out in real life from time to time.
Yeah. Yeah, so the Morbid Fell questline is actually almost over. There's only a couple quests in this zone, and then we go back to Stormwind and then back to Duskwood and wrap it up. Scythe of Elune we're about to finish right now, I think. I'd imagine it's ending when we get to Darnassus. Morla Dim is basically just one quest line, one quest total, which we just have to go kill him. And most of that was just reading the book. And then the Stalvan quest line we're at the very end of, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Him. Yeah, so we basically, if we had the levels to do all these things, we could easily finish all of these today. I don't know what's going to happen with that, but...
The only other quest we've got, it looks like, is the one to go and murder some ogres for...
oh, yeah, the Abercrombie stuff, yeah.
But on the bright side, when we ding 30, there's some good stuff coming up for training.
Oh, yeah.
At level 30, we've got a new rank of Devotion Aura, Holy Light, Lay on Hands, Seal of Command.
Oh, Seal of Command.
Yeah,
interesting. Okay, here comes the boat. Let's not miss it this time.
Yeah. Let's make sure to actually board the boat.
Yeah. Wait till it stops moving. You might slip and fall otherwise. Done that before.
It's as have I.
Yep. Yeah, let's go inside here, yeah. These ones work?
Through a table.
Oh, no, they still don't work.
I think the only one that works is the one I'm sitting in.
Yeah.
Seismical says, are Terranar and Gidwin actually from the lore? You bet they are.
Ha!
They're the Paladin Pals.
Yes, sir. Look it up. Yeah, the joke here is that anyway, in Cataclysm they add a new storyline in Western Plaguelands, which is or Eastern Plaguelands, which is one of our favorite zones as well. Yeah. But there's two characters, one's a dwarf and one's a blood elf male. But obviously you can't play a blood elf male in Classic regardless. So we made a little joke out of it. Cop's the blood elf male, as you see. Looking like a blood elf male. Yeah.
And you're the dwarf.
I am that's correct. He figured it out.
It says those curves, Craigasm. Okay.
Okay, we're almost there.
Now, is the turn-in for this in Darnassus? Oh, yeah, I see that it is. You're right. I was wondering because it's listed as Ashenvale.
Oh,
My quest thing.
wait. It's in... Yeah, it's in Darnassus, yeah. Probably just going back to the NPC that we started it from in the middle of the city there.
Yeah. For sure.
No, wait, do we have to take another boat? Or no, we can fly over, is that right?
Yeah, we could take the flight path over, I'm sure.
I think we've already done the... Yeah, obviously we've been here before, so...
Yep.
That's good. So what are you doing for the New Year or anything?
No, I'll probably be, I think I've got some streams set for that day, and that's about it.
No, streams. Fun. How did you like that game that you were playing yesterday?
I really enjoy it. It's, we haven't seen the full breadth of it yet, because there's points where you're, like, transitioning from different phases of it, so that you can get past obstacles, so you'll go back from 3D to 2D and back and forth.
Well, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
How may I help?
It's quite
Goddess Watcher.
ambitious for a game done by an independent studio.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm not. I hate to say, I'm not a huge fan of games that kind of like ride off another game's hype, and that one seems to be doing that in spades. But it's done well, at least. It seems like it's done well.
Yeah, it's really kind of meant to be an homage to games rather than riding off their hype type of thing, right? So
yeah,
it's kind of like a love letter to old RPGs.
Yeah, and that's good. What I mean to say more is like I hate games that if another game didn't exist, neither would this game.
Sure,
and this is kind of the pinnacle of that, but it's every game ever, so it's kind of all right. We'll pass on that one.
Yeah, I think the sequel to it is kind of more along those lines, because it's the sequel to it is less about the history of video games and more about the mechanic of switching between types as you travel through time and stuff. So,
okay.
I think the second game is a better game, but this game is just, I keep using the word charming because that's just really how I see it. You know, it's a neat little game. I wanted something, like Wednesday nights, that's what I do. I play a game that's quicker, and I thought this was a really good example of a game I could do in like 2 sessions and finish.
Oh, it's that short. Okay. I was wondering, because it seemed like you were flying through it. I wasn't joking when I was saying that.
Yeah, no, like it really is quite a short game. Like I'll probably do 2 to 3 hours next Wednesday and just be done with it.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay,
Indie games tend to be shorter.
Yeah. Oga's asked, my friends are forcing me to get back to WoW. What do you think of the Blood DK tier set? Sounds great in theory. I'll be playing either Prot or Blood DK. Well, so I did make a video and looked at it back when it was first on there. And it was clearly bugged, but if it works even remotely like it did when it was bugged, it's going to be insanely powerful for 5-mans and probably not very powerful for raids. So it does seem like Blizzard acknowledges this, and they're looking to potentially do something about that. So we'll see. I don't know what their timeline is on that, but regardless, I'm extremely excited about it now as somebody who's going to do a lot of Mythic Plus with it. But I don't even know how you acquire them in the first place, so who knows.
Yeah, I'm wondering myself if it's going to be something like you get them from your weekly chest. Right?
I think that's what it's supposed to be. I think you're going to get them a currency or something every week or something.
Ishnu Allah.
So this is the fate of Valend, is it? The High Priestess will be disappointed to hear of this. They were good friends before her disappearance. Still, the Scythe of Elune was surely granted to her as a boon by our goddess, and it is unsettling to me that it has fallen out of our servants' hands. Another matter for another time, however. I owe you my thanks in no small amount for what you have accomplished.
Del Nadris.
And that is it for that one. Kind of an unceremonious end, but it was a hell of a storyline.
For sure, for sure.
All right. So we got this really cool bow. Yeah, we're gonna hearth, yeah. Back to Deepwater Tavern.
Sounds good. I took the wand because it sells for more.
Slightly more, but I like the bow better anyway, so I figured I might as well get it, just in case somehow I get transmog credit for it. On the off chance that something bugs out. Okay, hold on, let me get that in the right folder. That's for the scythe, and now this is for Morladim. Here we go.
What can I do for ya?
Lifeforged iron is a precious metal, but it sounds like your quest is a dire one. You've come a long way, brother. With luck, you might just find what you seek. And if you do get the iron, I know who can fashion it into a weapon against this necromancer you speak of in Duskwood. The shipwrecks off the shore here are the doomed Third Fleet of Kultiris, burned and sunk by red dragons during the last Great War. The fleet hailed from Lordaeron, but one ship, an elvish destroyer, Flying Osprey, was with it. It was shipping a load of light-forged iron and joined the Third Fleet for protection. Ironic that it sunk to the same dragons. Enough history. The Flying Osprey is wrecked to the south of Menethil Harbor. And if you find the light-forged iron there, bring it to me.
Watch your back.
Okay, that's a Morladim one. Let's add that to the folder. There it is. Or no, sorry, Morbin Fell one, of course. I keep getting those names wrong, man. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, they're too close.
Okay, so now there should be another quest for the same area. I think it's from this guy.
Greetings.
Was once first mate of the Wave Mistress, ship of the line in Kultiris' Third Fleet. The Doomed Fleet. Doomed for on its last voyage, the fleet was attacked by red dragons. Dragons controlled by orcs. We didn't stand a chance against the dragonfire, and our fleet was burned and sunk off this here coast. I'm the sole survivor of those poor vessels. Oh, my head hammers and pounds. I'll need a fresh drink if I'm to get a handle on this hangover and continue my tale.
Be careful.
So we go by a flagon of mead.
How are ya?
You can buy from this innkeeper here. Flagon of dwarven honey mead is what we need there, cop.
Gotcha.
You got it?
Safe.
I got it.
All right. Just making sure.
Hey there.
Oh, I'm so very thirsty. Won't you buy a drink for this poor, pathetic fool? Ah, that hits the spot and loosens the tongue. Thanks, mate. Bolstered, Fitzsimmons continues his tale. I am the sole survivor of the ill-fated Third Fleet of Kultiris, wrecked off the coast to the north. But although I'm the only member of the fleet still breathing, I'm not the only one still walking about. For on one of our ships was hidden a great and terrible treasure, and the eerie power of it keeps the souls of my brothers trapped within the ship's rotting hulls. But if you can free some of my brothers, then perhaps you can break their curse.
Have a good one.
Okay.
You need something.
There's also the Green Warden, which I don't know. I don't think we're gonna be. I don't think we're gonna need to do that.
We can leave it.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, these aren't actually the same. I swear that it did take us over here. Maybe that's a different quest line. What else do we got here? Let's see. Digging through the ooze. This one's going to be awful with two people, so don't do that. I think we definitely want to go ahead and get the orc stuff, though. That's a really good quest for experience. Probably not really do the rest of them. What is this here? Captain Stoutfist.
How are ya?
Goodwin, the Dragomont Orc clan is showing its strength in more than just Algaz. Captain Stoutfist has asked to speak with those willing to offer aid against these orcs. He is inside the keep in the war room.
See you soon.
I don't imagine they put that quest in just because they didn't expect people to go all the way upstairs to look for a quest. Who's this guy?
Can I help you?
Oh, he's got a quest too. What the hell is this? Oh, to be at sea once again. To feel the kiss of the wind and to have the waves rock me like my blessed mother long ago. I wish I had your fortune, good Paladin, for I see the sea in your future. It's my job to tell eager souls of the land of Kalimdor and the land of opportunity. If you're willing to try your luck across the sea, then take a ship from here to the lovely port of Theramore. Speak there with my partner, the elf, Fiora Longears. She'll start you on your Kalimdor adventure.
See you around.
What the hell is that quest? A gray quest to go to Theramore? Theramore's like level 30 plus, isn't it?
I think it is.
Wow. Yeah, Dustwall Marsh, 35 to 45, it says. I guess you can start around 30, but yeah, this is a level 20 quest. What the hell? Strange.
I don't know. We may
Is it-
have to check it out at some point.
Yeah, I think we're probably going to end up having to go there regardless at some point, but...
Hello.
Gidwin, Valstag briefed me on your past success with the Dragonmaw Orcs at Dun Algaz. Did he? You're a dwarf of worth, and I have a task for you.
Keep your feet on the ground.
The Dragonmaw Orc clan was all but destroyed by the end of the Second War, after they lost control of their red dragon pets. The dragons were not very happy with their old masters, and fiercely hunted the Dragonmaw. What few remained fled from Grimbatol and into the mountains east of Welgar's excavation. Now they've gained strength, and have an encampment northeast of Menethil. We want you to attack that encampment. Gather and bring me their war banners as proof.
Safe travels. Great to meet you.
Alright, that's that. Oh, and I think probably the crocodile quest is also a good one to do. So we'll do that too.
Cool.
Anyway, sorry it's taking so long to read these comments, but thank you very much. I'm mostly interested in Mythic Plus anyway, so no problems there. Raid is just a chore after the first clear. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, Mythic Plus, that is going to be very, very powerful. But I think the Paladin one is going to be powerful as well. Oh, wait. Where was that quest? Over here? And maybe we don't... Maybe we had to do something... I think we actually did it, didn't we? There's like a quest that takes you here. James Halloran is supposed to have these quests.
What can I do for you?
Oh yeah, here we go. I'm James Halloran, the tanner. My cured crocodile skins are sought after all over. Shipments leaving by boat to ports around the world. Met Aenar? He's one of the hunters that brings crocodile skins to me. I'm a bit short on the softer skins that come off young crocodiles. Being that I'm running low, I'll pay you top coin for a stack of the skins. You can find the young crocs in the marshes right outside of town.
Go with honor, friend.
Okay. Get that done too.
That's another gray one.
It's a level 1 quest according to this. What the hell's
Level
going on?
22 for my...
Just bugged on my screen, I guess, yeah. Yeah, great quest, but it leads to others that we want to do.
Yeah. Cool.
And we can pick this up too. And that's that. We'll get all these quests done, and then our time here will be over.
Hi.
Oh my, you must be the Scout Longbraid said he was sent. You cannot imagine how worried I have been. My wife, Marin, has been sending me letters each week for the past month. She is part of the Welgar excavation team, but it's been nearly 2 weeks since her last correspondence. Surely something is wrong. Longbraid said that he would send a scout to check up on things if we did not hear from the team soon. I assume the scout is you, Gidwin. Find Marin at the excavation site to the east.
See you soon.
No, it's not. That's fine.
Will help.
Well, help,
That's what
yeah.
we do.
No problem. It's been a while since I played this. How does it work?
We damage things until they're dead without dying ourselves.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. That dropped no loot.
Neither for me.
Yeah, bad start. Stupid crocodiles. Come on. You got
Yay,
one.
one of 4. Yep.
Nice work, man. That was pretty good.
I'm pretty talented at looting.
I remember I was looking back at the BG footage we were talking about a couple weeks ago, and you were looting all the enemy corpses for like 36 silver or copper or whatever it is.
Hey, you gotta loot. It's just it's
It's
a
what you
moral
do.
imperative. Yeah, it's what you do.
What'd you say? A moral imperative?
Yes.
Stromy asks, when did Kyle pump up the stream boss again? Let's see. That would have been... I think it was on a Saturday. It was definitely on a weekend because I remember the MDI thing was going on. Yeah, I don't remember, honestly. Alright, let's go do these. This quest to kill the doomed sailors. Actually, I swear that there's more. So let's not do it in that order. I swear that we have to go there for this quest too. You don't recall it at all, do you?
No, I don't recall ever. It's been so long since I've been in this zone in Classic that I couldn't tell you.
I see. Yeah, I'm out of the loop, honestly. Classic feels like foreign language to me all of a sudden. I haven't played it in like a while.
Yeah, me too, honestly.
I was playing it so much there for a bit, and then I just kind of stopped, and then holidays and everything.
Yeah, the holidays. I was looking at that this morning. I haven't played really since we played together.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, I can always tell when I'm out of loop on one of the games because I'll sit here and spam my keybind for mounting every time we kill a mob. God, that's hilarious. That thing is still 10 DPS lower than what we have. I don't know if we're ever going to replace this weapon, like legitimately. I don't know when it's going to happen. It's going to happen eventually, but...
I'm thinking we're probably gonna be in Decimal before we replace it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking like
I think we might like be like, yeah, I was thinking like 38 or something like that. I don't know.
Maybe.
Because I know there's a really good reward from the Scarlet Dungeons, but we probably won't be doing those. And I know there's a really good axe from Razorfen Crawl, but I know we won't be doing that. And other than that, I actually have no idea where there's even another weapon.
I'll have to do some research and see.
Yeah, probably just end up being some BOE that we get.
Yeah. Just thinking, because I know I was looking, again, this is a month and a half ago, but I know I was looking at a list of significant weapons for paladins when you're leveling, so.
Yeah, there's probably everything out there, you know.
I think there was some that were mid-30s that were quest rewards, but I'll have to look it up after the stream today.
The chest is waterlogged and its siding's broken. Many claw marks mar both the inside and the outside of the chest, as if the Murlocs have searched through it and stolen its treasures. But tucked deep within the chest is a single Lightforged Ignet. Unfortunately, many more will be needed if enough metal to fashion a weapon is to be gained. Having grabbed the single Lightforged ingot from the waterlogged chest, it is clear that Murlocs have stolen the rest. Hunt the Murloc raiders near the Flying Osprey wreckage for the lost Lightforged iron. This one I always hate doing because a lot of the murlocs are underwater, but hopefully we won't get too unlucky. Good thing is we'll be able to kill them a lot quicker than I normally kill them.
Yes.
What do you think of that name? Flying Osprey. What the hell does that refer to?
I don't know. I think osprey is like a bird
Oh,
of some kind.
You might be right.
I would have to look it up to be sure. Well, that's a pretty good set of hands.
Oh yeah, didn't even look. Oh yeah, 5 strength, or 5 stamina, 6 strength. Jeez. Not too shabby. I don't want them though. I thought you were gonna need them.
No, I had already greeted them before I noticed.
Ah, cool. Well, they're yours.
Thank you, sir.
I have ones that I think are better, but I'm not really sure either way.
Yeah, this shows as a 16% upgrade for me, because I've got 4 agility, 3 strength, so I think this is good.
Tell me what it says when you look at mine. Here, I'll link them.
Yours are not an upgrade for me. So,
Really?
Yeah.
Not an upgrade?
Nope.
What the hell? Has 8 strength on it.
Yeah, I don't... I'm not sure if just linking them is going to give me...
Maybe it doesn't work, huh?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, is it doesn't work with the link.
Yeah, it should.
Oh, well, I'm going to put these ones on,
That's good.
because they show as an upgrade.
Come on closer to the mob cup so you can auto attack it.
I'm inside it.
No, you're not. You're like 10 yards away from it.
It showed as inside on my screen.
Hmm.
That's why I hate underwater mobs.
Yeah, I do too.
It's the 3rd dimension. I can never...
I know. I wish they would just stick with like the other dimensions. The drop rate is not good either. It's huge pain.
Murloc village on land here.
Yep. Yeah, we're on our way there, basically. Problem is there's just not enough Murlocs to only kill the ones on land. Especially not for 2 people. Usually there's not enough for me when I do this alone. What do you have, 2? Oh, you have 3 already. Okay.
Yep.
Well, that's funny. We would have been done if we were just 1 person. Maybe it's more of a drop chance than I expected. Could just have been unlucky.
Now I have 4.
Wow. Well, that's special. 3 for me. I think at this point, though, we probably do just skip the crocodile stuff and then try to get the other few done. I just want to try to gain 1 level in the zone at least so we can go back at 30.
Yeah.
But it's going to be, I just don't know how much experience we need, I guess is what I'm thinking about. Is there like water breathing potions in this game or something? I feel like there is, isn't there?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to spend some time leveling my alchemy on my rogue so I can make some, I think.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is the worst part about underwater quests. You have to keep going up to the surface. And you also can't eat or drink in water while you're swimming, so it's like I don't even know how the hell you do quests like this as like a caster or something.
So the rest of yours, my friend.
Alright, I just need 1. Oh, that's you. Fuck. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and drop the crocodile quest then.
Okay. I will as well.
See, it might be a different quest. There's a quest, I think, something about the Eye of Paleth. I think that's a different quest. I think that was from Ironforge or Stormwind or something, and we never got it or something. I think that was the quest I was thinking about, where we go to the ship a second time.
Yeah, I know there's one in Modern WoW where we go for something like that.
Yeah, they combined all of these quests into one quest line, but is there really no mobs here? Yeah, they combine all of these quests into one, basically. And
some on the ship.
Oh, yeah, good call. Well, here, there's one here. The guy who gives is dead. That guy is... I don't know if he's dead in Classic, too, but I just remember finishing that quest, and I think we did it together, and he was, like, dead or whatever.
Yeah.
The dwarf was like, you talked to who?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's the guy we got the booze for. I think he turns out to be dead in live WoW.
Yep. Five of 5.
Hey, nice.
Great to meet you.
Did you find the Ironforge iron you need? No. Did you find the Lightforge iron you need? Ah, you found them. Now, let's get this Lightforge iron hammered into something useful, eh? There's a dwarven weaponsmith in the dwarven district of Stormwind who can craft with Lightforge iron. His name is Grimmin Elmore. I packed the iron you found into a crate. Take it to Grimmin and tell him your tale. I'm sure he'll oblige someone on a quest such as yours and craft for you a weapon. A weapon to give even Morbid Fell worry.
Watch your back.
Okay, I'm gonna go on follow real quick. I have to look at something.
Where are we going now?
Yeah, just anywhere basically for the other quest, whatever you think is best. I'll be right back. A few seconds. Alright, sorry about that.
Yeah, no worries, man.
You lost me like immediately. What the hell?
I don't know. I think you must have gotten like stuck on a wall or something.
Yeah, obviously. Okay, anyway, so yeah, let's go to guess we'll go do the ship. Yeah, let's go do that.
Was
Swim.
where I was aimed.
Smart. Yeah, we can just swim up the coast here. So yeah, we'll do these. Basically, what do we have? We have this quest, then we have the quest to kill the orcs for the banners, then we can do the ones at the excavation site, and that should definitely get us to 30.
Sounds good.
And then we'll head back. We've been going for already 47 minutes. It's not even 1 o'clock yet. Okay, we got plenty of time to do all this stuff.
I don't know if 30 is going to be enough for Morladim and Morbid Fell. Or
Yeah,
Stalvin, at least.
Yeah, I mean, like, the only other option is that we just, like, go somewhere else for a long period of time and then come back and try to do them, like, multiple episodes later, so.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure what to do.
Me either, honestly.
Yeah. Definitely not my favorite party class. This is why I used to never quest, because, I mean, we're just wasting so much time trying to figure all this shit out, you know what I mean? This is not really... This shouldn't be part of the discussion. You should just be able to quest in the zone that you're in until it's over.
Well, that's why I was saying that about them making stuff scale, but probably be a good idea.
Obviously, if everything's scaled, it would be better, but it doesn't need to scale to solve this problem. They just need to turn these quests from 35 to 30. Like,
Yeah.
the zone starts at 25. It's not gonna. You're never gonna get 10 levels in a zone. I don't know who the fuck designed it that way. Like, what the hell did they expect you to do? I don't understand. They want you to, like, grind 5 levels as well or something?
Yeah, I think the idea was that you were supposed to do more than one zone per level bracket, right? So I always looked at it as one zone in Eastern Kingdoms, one zone in Kalimdor per level bracket.
What, 5 level bracket?
Yeah. So if I was going to do, 30 to 35 in a zone, I would do half of it and then switch to the other continent and then do the other half.
I see. Yeah, I guess that's actually, yeah, no, kind of works well. I think this is just a weird example where we have, like, a quest that is clearly an outlier compared to the
Zone, yeah.
Yeah. God, undead attack animations look so weird.
Yeah, especially as a paladin, I would imagine.
Yeah.
At least you can breathe underwater.
Nope, I don't think so.
Really? That's one of the advantages of doing this quest on live, is it
Oh,
gets
really?
the undead
Ah,
water breathing,
maybe.
yeah.
I don't know. I never realized. It's possible, I guess. The curse doesn't last very long, though. That sounds like a very Cataclysm thing, doesn't it?
Does. What does the tooltip say when you hover over the...
No, it does not allow me to breathe underwater now. Breath bar is still going down. Get back to the other boat. It's like a private server thing there. There's literally 2 mobs standing right on top of each other. Used to happen all the time on Star Wars. It's like they would respawn in 2 at a time instead of 1.
Apparently not just the private server thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely not how it's supposed to happen. I don't think I would be able to fight underwater. What about you?
Yeah, because everything's so much slower.
I know.
Right?
It doesn't seem possible.
You're fighting the resistance of the water. And
You'd be just trying to force the other person to drown. I think that would be the only way you could win.
you need an edged weapon for sure. Because then
Okay.
you could like cut them and stuff.
Right, yeah, that's true. A knife, yeah. I bet there's a James Bond film where he fights underwater. There always is.
Yeah, I bet there's many James Bond films where he fights underwater.
Yeah, did you see the latest one?
No, I refuse to watch any more Daniel Craig James Bond films.
Really? Why is that?
Yeah, he's horrible.
Oh, okay.
The worst James Bond ever.
Really? All right, interesting.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with you, but I don't really have any strong opinions on it.
Yeah, I don't know, something about just the way he played it, and I've never.
It doesn't
enjoyed it
feel like the same James Bond as the other ones that I've seen, right?
Yeah.
I think that's the main thing, but I think that was what they were going for, because it's supposed to be James Bond in his early years, like his, right?
Yeah.
Or at least the first few films were, but now I don't know what they're going for, because apparently he's
Yeah,
retiring, so.
Yeah, I guess the latest one was supposed to be the woman was supposed to be his replacement as James Bond now,
Yeah.
which I don't have a problem with that. I think it's an interesting place to take the character, but I don't know. I reserve my judgment on a new Bond until it's their film.
I get it.
But maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe I misunderstood how the plot was supposed to work.
No, I didn't. I don't know anything about it, so I can't help you on that, but Yeah, it's possible that you misunderstood it, Cop. I feel like we have those happen every once in a while.
It's true. Ain't nobody right 100% of the time.
Nah, very few people at least, yeah. I mean, the thing about that is you can just really pad your stats, right? Like, I can just sit here and say nothing but facts over and over and over and over again, and that's going to really get me closer to 100%.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, 2 plus 2 is 4. Disagree?
Yeah, depends on what numerical system you're using, really. I mean, if you're sticking to a base 10 system, then sure, but if we were to use, like, a base 3, that would be, like, 11.
Oh. Alright, well, I guess I'm wrong then. Fuck, that's it for that. So much for 100%.
There's always a way, my friend.
You got it. Figure it out, Cop. What else? Sky is blue? Agree or disagree?
Depends on what time of day, don't you think? I mean,
Alright.
at night, it's awful black.
It's pretty not blue yet. Sometimes it's red. Have you ever seen it be red?
Yeah. Sometimes I've told this story before. One of the things I always used to love about Christmas Eve when I was a kid, because my bedroom had a picture window, like it was just huge, and the sky would always be orange, and I never understood as a very young lad that was because of light pollution, because everybody had their Christmas lights on. So the whole sky would just be orange.
Yeah,
you wouldn't see the stars, right?
That's interesting.
So, yeah, I used to spend hours on Christmas Eve, just stay up all night looking at the orange sky.
That's pretty cool.
One of my favorite things as a kid.
That's neat, man. It's a good story. I thought you were going to talk about, because, I don't know, this probably sounds ignorant of me to say this, but I thought you were going to talk about, like a solar event in the sky, like, you know, the Aurora Borealis or something like that.
I've only ever seen it once, because, again, I always lived in big cities and stuff, but I have seen it once when driving out of Edmonton to my smaller hometown of Leduc. It's a
cool.
little place just about 5 minutes south of Edmonton, and yeah, absolutely gorgeous. I recommend anybody who has not seen it to take the time to make a trip and see it.
Yeah, there were coronal mass ejections on the 20th of December there, and I wasn't sure if you lived anywhere that would have been affected by that.
Not that I saw, but I mean, I probably was just so busy playing video games I didn't look out the window.
You realizing it. Yeah. All right, let's read these.
You got my attention.
The situation is severe, that much is for sure. When we uncovered these bones, it attracted the raptors. These filthy beasts killed my brethren and trapped me, Marin, and the poor prospector up here. Help clear the wetlands of these raptors, Gidwin. Mottled raptors and mottled screechers are just west of the bluff here. Kill 10 of each if you can. That will be a good start to the vengeance I have planned for them.
Off with you.
Welcome.
Oh, thank heavens you're here. It was horrible. We were uncovering some rare artifacts and we began to discover these large bones. Before we knew what was happening, these mottled raptors overwhelmed the dig site. Many lives were lost. Omer here, so brave, saved the prospector and me. He defended us as we ran for shelter. Now we are trapped, and our hard work lies in ruins. Take this note back to my sweet Terrell, and it will explain the situation to him.
Keep your feet on the ground.
There's a note. My dearest Terrell, excuse the haste with which this correspondence was written, but time is not a luxury we have. The dig crew was making significant progress unearthing important Titan artifacts, but we began to discover other ancient objects, specifically large bones. Not long after the bones were dug up, we fell victim to attacks by raptors. The battalion of men from Longbraid's regiment fought valiantly, but ultimately they were overwhelmed. Nearly everyone perished. Only 3 of us survived. A laborer by the name of Ormor Ironbraid proved to be most heroic as he ensured the safety of myself and Prospector Welgar. We now take refuge in a sheltered cavern, seemingly out of harm's way, but we are indeed trapped until a force can be sent to reckon with the raptors. Welgar is trying to continue work, but I suspect he is still quite frightened. That is our situation, Terrell. Please, urge Longbraid to muster a rescue force at once. My love for you remains strong, even through this dire time. Oh, that's great. That's really nice to hear that.
What's on your mind?
Okay, just before the invasion, I uncovered a large tablet called the Goaz Stone. The translated texts break off in 4 places. The texts speak of a divine plan and a doomed prophecy. I fear we are running out of time. I am too old to go down and brave those beasts, but you are strong. Scour the excavation site and uncover the 4 missing tablet fragments. Eidos, Modir, Golm, and Neru. Search for them in ancient artifacts or where the soil is loose. Bring them to me so I can begin unlocking the mystery.
Be good.
And I guess some humor has ensued since I said coronal mass ejections out loud. Seismical says mass ejection, and then Sarah says, "Is this where we get in line for our mass ejections?" Hey, welcome, Sarah. But yeah, no, I don't know if you guys don't know what coronal mass ejections are, but it's basically like a thunderstorm on the sun that causes like a big ball of fire to come off the sun, and that turns the sky all kinds of crazy shit. It's actually like it's such high radiation that it usually impacts radio and satellites and stuff like that as well. So on top of what might have happened on the 20th, you might have also like lost transmission with radios as well, if anybody was like listening to the radio at the time it happened. It actually happened to me because me and my mother were driving. We were going to see lights, and radios just like went out for like a couple minutes, basically. Just like, what's going on? Nothing. There's no sounds coming. It wasn't even like static. It just didn't work for a while. But it's actually a lot of people study coronal mass ejections as the reason for the development of religion, because imagine if you were like some, extremely low IQ person sitting in a cave somewhere, and you let's wake up, and you saw like some crazy light in the sky that looked like a human or something like that. You know what I mean? You'd be like, wow, that's a god, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Theo says, "Lol, don't destroy the joke." Sorry, Theo, got it.
He would know. Okay, so we gotta kill 10 of each of these raptors, I think.
You gotta find one of each of the fragments.
Yeah, that's afterwards. Just got lucky and found that one just sitting there while we were running out. I think it's Robert Schock who believes that, or maybe a lot of people believe it, but that some like extremely severe coronal mass ejection caused potentially a catastrophic divergence in human development, where everybody who would have lived outside of a cave would have been burned to death by this basically sunstorm. So that's why, there's a lot of reset theories, and I think his is that, it happened, and it happened in a way that wasn't as crazy as people think. It was just basically anybody who didn't have shelter when it occurred would be effectively killed.
Interesting. It would certainly explain, depending on when it happened, what caused the Neanderthal to die out.
Right. Yeah, I don't know exactly his timeline on it, honestly, but that's probably an upgrade. 3 strength, 4 spirit? Is that what that is? Spirit.
Yep. It says it's only an upgrade for holy for me, but
I'm gonna take it.
go ahead.
More armor as well. Spirit's good for leveling, man. It's a lot better than people think it is. There's so much running that spirit is just ticking all the time you're running,
Yeah, for sure. Theo said, "Oh yes, I would. I'm the joke digger." Okay.
Make sure you articulate that sentence well, because that could be a really big error that you make.
Yeah, I tried to use the word, the letter D there very prominently.
Maybe don't even say that word again. Sarah says Spirit BIS stat for leveling. Yeah, I agree actually, especially early on. I mean, we're a little bit more advanced than, like, let's put it this way. When I was on Nastarius, I would always go, like when I was leveling those characters, I would just go to the auction house on my main character and just buy a bunch of plus spirit gear. Oh
no.
wow. But anyway, it would always, like, for like level 10, having like even 5 or 6 extra spirit would be like enough to get your health back to full every time you killed a mob.
I got you, buddy.
Next man. Right, or doing work here though. Look at these mobs, already 70% health. We haven't touched them. Well, it certainly helps us kill these faster. There's no AoE loot, right? Yeah, I don't think so.
No. Now that would be something that they could add that I don't think anybody could complain about.
I think people could complain about it, unfortunately. It is a pretty big difference, like, especially if you've ever, I guess, but especially if you've ever done like mage farming or anything like that, where you kind of kill like 10 mobs at a time every time you're in combat. It gets to be like part of the challenge. Like, you have to make sure the mobs die in a way that you can loot them, because literally if they all die right on top of each other, you won't actually be able to loot them.
Yeah, I get you.
Alright, that's it for that quest. But yeah, in terms of maybe like a season of versatility, what they could do, I think, is probably just make it so, well, actually, no, yeah, auto loot is already on by default in this version, right?
Well, not by default, but it is in there.
It is an option, that's what it is. Yeah, in actual 112, there's no auto loot, period. You have to hold shift to auto loot.
Oh, wow.
So there's no default option. Like, and it's not even possible to make it a default option either, which is very strange. Like, not even add-ons could force that to happen, apparently.
Wow.
That, and plus mail, you used to only be able to send one item in the mail at a time. Did you know that?
I did not. I probably knew that at some point. I just didn't remember.
Yeah, 112 is one item in the mail at a time. And that was like one of the first things they announced. And I remember them announcing it, that they were changing that. And they're like, you know, we do believe that some things should change. And this is one of the examples. And they use that as an example because that's clearly the worst. I mean, like, that is just retarded. That's clearly a technical issue, right? Like, there's no
That's
gameplay
a technical
value.
limitation.
Yeah, that was all that ever was. And I remember, no matter what side of the aisle you were on, everybody was like, oh yeah, applause, Blizzard, you did well there, changing that, you know? And I remember thinking, like, yo, this is a big turning point. Like, even these hardliners are fine with that change, so what else is going to happen? But then 2 years later, it took them to finally make any real big changes.
Yeah, they had to cater. Well, I think they had to cater to the no changes crowd first before they could make any real significant changes.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we talked about that already. I mean, I totally agree. I think, like, you placate them, and then you could tell that they've already moved on. So whatever, they're gone. You don't have to worry about them ever again now. And now you can make the game to actually be good.
Yeah.
Interest you on a pint?
Killing is a dirty business, but you did your job well, Gidwin. If I were obligated to stay with the Prospector, and if I weren't obligated to stay with the Prospector and Marin, I'd be down there shredding blood right alongside you. Shedding blood. Shredding the dead. Now it's time to really make those dreaded raptors regret their bloodthirst. Just down below are scores of mottled Scytheclaw and mottled Razormaw. Make those rotten creatures pay by slaying 10 of each.
Watch your back.
Okay, we can just jump. Are you comfortable with this?
Yeah, jump bubble.
Good. Well, you don't need the bubble, but yeah. Either way is fine. Trying to see where the... Did you get the fragment when I
No.
got the other one?
No.
Oh,
No,
really?
that's why I turned around and went back, was to see if it would respawn.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And it didn't.
So this is going to be a relatively pain in the ass quest then.
Yep.
I don't even see any right now.
I think you get him first, then I get him.
You think?
Yeah.
Up to you. The good thing about them is I think you can see them on the map no matter what. Usually I like to be the last person to finish a quest because I'll be able to spot it and help you finish it, but it does seem like I'll be able to see it regardless, I think.
Yeah.
It's gotta fucking find one. I don't see any anywhere. What's going on here? Oh, here's one. That's the one that I got earlier, so that should be there for you, right?
Yep. I will attempt to loot it.
Careful, don't break it, dude. Jesus Christ, did you break it?
Oh, I got it.
Oh, okay, good. Sorry, didn't mean to freak out.
No, that's fine. It's
just know
always a possibility with me.
It's a priceless artifact, yeah, and you're not the most. You're a little clumsy at times, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, look at it. Instant respawn up there.
What? Oh, another one, yeah, okay. There's the Nero fragment over there in the dirt. Strange. I feel like usually it's more obvious where these are.
Maybe.
I think maybe
I don't
they
know.
can only spawn in certain spots is maybe what it is.
Yeah, that's what Questy
Just
is showing us, is the
Some
spots
of,
they can
yeah,
spawn.
I don't. Not really sure about that. I know there's a name mob up here that we have to kill after these quests, but don't see any boxes or anything.
I'm hovering over everything I can. I see nothing.
Me too. Do we kill those mobs over there?
I think so.
Okay. It's like, why are there so many mobs dead? Yeah, I guess we were over here before.
Yeah.
Yes, it's very strange. I don't think I've ever seen. I haven't done this quest too many times, but I'm pretty sure supposed to just be go to them and click them, and that's it. Not hard to find them usually. I see that stupid vase one again. I don't know why that's still there, but I guess that's how it works.
Yeah.
Usually there's one that's in a giant treasure chest, and I don't see that anywhere. Like, I mean, that would be hard to miss. All right, there's the dirt pile for you, though. That's the Neru one.
Thank you.
Okay, here's the treasure chest. Golem. Oh no, wait, Ardos. Ados. And then we're assuming it just respawns somewhere, right?
Yeah.
And I think there's one that's like a Statue of Liberty hand or something like that. Oh no, that's in a different quest, I believe. That's in wetlands. You ever, Loch Modan, you ever do that quest? Like,
Not
you're
sure.
supposed to go and discover the mine, basically, and then whatever the dig site, and then the dig site, and in the dig site there's like a Statue of Liberty hand sticking out of the ground.
Oh, yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Little reference to the Planet of the Apes there, I guess.
Yeah. Don't think I ever put 2 and 2 together with that quest.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's meant to be like a little joke. Like this was New York before the dwarfs took over, or the Trogs, I guess. In that case. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they're taking a little bit longer to respawn than it looks like they're. Cause like there's not even one here. There's like, I mean, I don't know where they're supposed to be, but we've just gone through all the ones that Questy says they should be spawning at, and they're not there. Doesn't help that there's so many dips and stuff we can't see exactly where we're going.
Yeah, the verticality definitely not helping us.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, okay, so there's that dirt pile respawned again over there.
Yeah, got that one.
So where the hell is the
Can we
goddamn...
go check the chest again?
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be in the exact same spot it was, but the thing is there should only be a few spots.
Oh, I see the chest.
Oh, really?
I got you. Yep.
Oh, right underneath it, sweet.
Oh,
okay.
That's the golem fragment.
Yep. Oh, wait. Is it?
Yeah. So you don't have it yet. That's
No,
your
I can't
chest.
loot it, so... I think what it is you can loot every object, and then you just get a
Gotcha.
random fragment, probably, is what happens.
Gotcha.
I don't actually
I
remember
got
what the...
Ados. It said golem.
Oh, yeah, that's what it said. So it said Questy doesn't know what it's doing. Yeah, so I don't know what the fourth one even looks like. I don't remember. Might be like a box. Like an actual box, square box. Anyway, let's go turn this quest in first.
Sure.
Give us a little time. Maybe something respawns, or maybe we learn something while we're running.
Yeah, I mean, I'd hate to have to go to Thoughtbot to figure it out.
Too late. I'm already there. Oh, it's a little pot. Okay. There's a ledge on the right side of the pit up the mountainside. It looks like you can't get up there, but there's a couple of pieces of wood planks laying on the ground showing you the way up there. If you ever feel like it's not spawning, just go up there. It spawned again right after I looted it up there, so it's possible that these things don't even have a respawn timer and they come back instantly. Says Terex. Only a few weeks ago.
Interesting. I feel like spawns are one of the problems of Season of Mastery. They feel weird. A lot of them feel really weird.
Feel inconsistent, don't they?
Yeah.
Sometimes things instantly respawn and other times you can't. It's like, what's going on here?
How are you?
You did a bang-up job cleaning up those raptors, Gidwin. While you were down there, I happened to notice that one of those beasts stood out from the rest. He was bigger and more menacing. I bet he's the one who led the others here to cause the disruption to the dig site. I ask of you now one final task, Gidwin. See to it that Snarltooth is brought to justice, and considering the gravity of his crimes, justice in this case means death. Bring me one of his talons as proof of his death.
Be good.
I regret nothing.
Really?
Well,
That's
when jumping
encouraging.
down, I regret nothing.
Oh, I see. I was gonna say, surely you regret something. You know what I regret, man? Not watching those fucking Hercule Poirot shows more. I can't believe how good that. I can't believe I'm like hook, line, and sinker on that, man.
That's awesome.
It's so
That's
good.
been a-
It's so well written. It's crazy.
A lot of British TV is like that. They put a lot of effort into stuff like that.
Yeah.
Felt
It's
like
funny be-
that. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, because the United States kind of has like almost like a little bit of a expectation of it for its, you know, Hollywood and everything, but like in terms of television, I actually think I agree. Like everything I've ever seen from English television has been way better than anything I've ever seen from United States stuff.
And U.S. has all the production value, right? Because it's got all the money, but they work so hard on British television to keep the quality high.
Yeah. Better
Kind of a mark
actors
of
too,
pride with
obviously.
them. Yeah, a lot. Well, then the accent helps.
That's true. That's true. Actually, it makes a big difference.
Yami Tho says, "Hi, cop. Long time no see. How's it going in Canada Land? It's very cold in Canada Land, Yami."
Oh, really? Canada Land, weird place, huh?
Yes. No guns, but lots of free healthcare.
There's a pot over there.
Oh, there it is.
Just stay up here. Maybe it'll just respawn here.
Sure.
Take a look around.
I'll stay here, wait for respawn. You let me know if you find it.
Yeah, because I think I know where the other spawn is now that I've seen it. I think it's supposed to just be down where I'm looking right now. Just head down and look myself, I think. It's probably... Obviously, my mouse cursor isn't going to find it now that I've already eluded it. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
down here. It's down here. Yep, come on down.
Okay. I am coming down.
Keep coming down, cop. Don't stop.
Don't stop.
Don't stop
believing.
believing. Hold on to that feeling. Don't stop believing. It's probably like one of the most overplayed songs ever, right?
Yes, I would agree with that.
It's definitely one of the most, I think it's like #1 on karaoke like ever, right? Even though it's like probably one of the hardest songs to sing as well.
Aggro magnet.
It's funny, when we were in a band in high school, these other guys, they were big into musician stuff. Like they wanted to learn musical theory, and I was like, I just like music, man. Like let's just play songs that are fun and are good to listen to. and they were like, dude, like I was like suggesting all these songs. I remember I was suggesting like a Tool song, and I didn't play any instruments, right? I just sang. So it was like I was suggesting these, and they were like getting mad at me, and it actually like ultimately ended up causing like a rift. And it was like, but now looking back at that, I realized it's like, yeah, not every song is as easy as every other song. Like it's not, you don't just learn the song and then you're a master at it. Like, and they had us playing songs that were like, I fucking hated the songs, but it was so easy. Like it was like the easiest music that I've ever seen written. I can't even remember the name of it. I think it was oh man, it just came on in my car the other day too. It was some song that was like the guitar line was literally like 3 notes the whole fucking time, and the singing thing was like one. It was like the same note the whole song. It was like, and we played the hell out of that song, but I was just like, this song is awful, man. Why are we playing this shit? Looking back, trying to get them to play Journey, it's like, yeah. Don't think the 17-year-old guitar player was going to be able to replicate that solo.
Yammy says, which classic is this? This is Season of Mastery, Yammy. Lots of fun.
Here there.
Is Sorrowtooth dead? Have you redeemed the memory of the fallen? I have his talent, so yeah, it's dead. Thank you, Goodwin. Your efforts here will not be forgotten. Many innocent dwarves died at this site, simply doing their jobs. The vengeance you delivered to those evil creatures should make them think twice before attacking King Mag... Yeah, they're raptors. They didn't think about any of this, you idiot. I don't know these quests. Who writes this shit, honestly? Yeah, these raptors are gonna really think twice next time they attack dwarves. What the hell? Oh man, dwarves are so silly.
Ding.
What can I do for you?
Oh, you dinged? Oh my god, you're so far ahead of me. Anyway, have you uncovered the 4 fragments yet, Goodwin? Eidos, Modir, Kop, and Neru. I got all 4, yeah. Ah, the Goaz stone is complete. Fine work, Goodwin. Fine work indeed. Now I can continue with the delicate translation of this Titan script. I can make out new words already. It says, old gods, chained beneath the land. This is the beginning of something epic.
Safe travels.
If you say so. Alright, so now, well, I still haven't dinged yet, so we're gonna have to do the orc quest one way or the other. Oh, see, we did this in the wrong order. You can actually do the orc quest and then come up over this mountain and fall off into this area here.
Interesting.
Yeah. God, I got a lot of money. I got 17 gold. Which one do you have?
4 gold, 39 silver.
Would you go to the auction house a bunch?
Yeah. Well, over the course of the playthrough, yes, I've gone to the auction house quite a bit.
They probably should have increased the amount of money you get. I don't know if that was a good idea or not, though, man. I don't know. It sounds like a good idea, but then it's, you say it out loud, and you're like, wait a second. Because, like, man, people went over to TBC with, like, 5,000 gold and shit. It's like, dude.
Yeah.
Kind of just ruins the whole purpose.
Yeah. People went over to TBC being able to immediately purchase flying and epic flying, so...
Yep. Yeah, I remember that's when I did play TBC a bit there. That's what I was doing. I was just farming, grinding those shadow elemental dudes or whatever in Hellfire Peninsula, and just selling. I think I have like a fucking 1,000 gold on that character because I literally was just selling the motes. I'd make them into the, I think they're motes. I don't know, primal. Yeah. I was making them into primal shadow, and they were selling for like 100 gold each or something ridiculous. These orcs are like why I play an orc though today. It's like it's actually really nice. They look awesome. I wish you could have all this stuff as transmog in live WoW. Mount cost in Season of Mastery is only 45 gold. Not that it matters since you're paladins. Yeah, no, I mean that's fine. That's a good solution, I suppose. But like, it's hard to actually purchase all your skills, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was always of the opinion that there's people like I remember trying to get, I can't remember who it even was, but I remember trying to get somebody to play Classic with me on private servers, and they were like, it was like a private server that was like, I think it was like 8x experience or something. So you would level in one day, you'd be 60. but you still had to level. But, you know, 8x experience meant that you'd be leveling and you would have, like, no money for spells. You wouldn't have any gear. You'd be basically, like... So you'd get to, like, Zul'Farrak and you'd be, like... Or whatever, Tenaris, and you'd be, like, getting slaughtered by the mobs. And I was like, yeah, just don't go to Zul'Farrak or Tenaris at level 40. Like, just do a different zone. That's easier. I'm like, I don't know, bro. I'd rather just, like, level slow and have all the stuff. I'm like, what? What are you talking... So you want leveling to take a week just because you can't figure out how to not suck when you're naked? It's like, I would rather start at 60 with nothing. I think that, you know what I mean? Like, fuck that. Like, even if you have to, like, yeah, even if you start at 60 and have to go do a bunch of quest-like content again just to get gear and money, it's like, yeah, that's fine by me, man. The thing about being high level is you have all your talents and spells. It's like so much more fun to have talents. Like, I don't know, man. That's the thing that I hate the most about classic leveling. It's like, it takes so long to get to some of the most important spells. Like Shaman, I literally, like, the first 29 levels of Shaman is awful, and then all of a sudden you get Wind Fury and everything's like 10 times more fun, you know?
Yeah. I gotta do some more leveling streams with my Shaman.
Yeah, what level is it?
30.
30.
26. Yeah, 26. I'm trying to get to 30.
Yeah, I got a Shaman to 30, and then just that was right around the time when I stopped playing there for a bit. But yeah, Wind Fury is just so awesome.
I believe it.
I always wondered what would happen if you had Wind Fury Totem plus Judgment of or Seal of Command. Like, I don't know how that works, but like if you're getting all these extra attacks, does that make the seal proc more frequently? I bet it does. So that would be really awesome for if Classic had Shamans on both. Yeah, if you could have a Paladin and a Shaman together.
So, if you were to give Paladins and Shamans to one Classic race on the other side each, which races would they be?
Nah, you wouldn't be able to. I mean, if you're trying to stick to the, you know, relevance of the story, then there's no possible way to do that. I mean, I don't even like Dwarf Paladin. I don't even like Dwarf Shamans on live, so I don't think that even makes any sense, honestly. I don't know how they came up with that.
Well, because of the Wildhammer clan, right? The idea was that the Wildhammers are more close to nature and more shamanistic.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Legend M says, "G'day, g'day, Legend M. Thanks for copping on by."
Gaming Code says, I don't think Wind Fury affects Seal of Command. That's the name of it. Seal of Command proc rate. Seal of Command is always 7 proc per minute. Oh, really? I didn't even know something like that existed in Classic. I thought it was literally just a random roll every time you swung. Anyway, Dwarf Shaman in Classic would be fine, and Torn Paladin, yeah, I don't really. Those two are the worst examples, if you ask me. Like, Torn Paladin is another one. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
But, see, I would just, like, you know me, this shouldn't exist in the first place, so in terms of gameplay, I don't see why limiting the gameplay is something that they should ever do by making class and race combos of things, so. But I get it. It's, you know, big part, like, obviously, Warcraft 3,
yeah.
you can be an archmage as an undead or something like that, so that's how it's always been.
Yeah, I mean, I think with any RPG, story elements are highly important, and
Yep,
I get that it sucks gameplay-wise, but...
Well, in Classic, it sucks extra because you can't change this character to a human if I want to. You know what I mean? So it's like really, and leveling takes so damn long. So it's like really a big problem if you roll a dwarf and you don't want to be a dwarf after a while.
Yeah, for sure.
So it'd be nice to just be able to be any race you want. You know, it's like the thing is for me, race is. You know, I don't really care about the story that like the story's good. I like it, whatever. I'm happy about that. Human paladins are interesting because they're human paladins. A lot of that is why. But the other thing to consider is the animations and the racials. And I don't think a lot of people really like. To me, the animations are so important. Like, I don't know why I feel that way, but this is what drove me away from Blood Elf, man. Like, I actually don't. Like Blood Elf is really, I just have trouble playing it now because of the animations. I just hate them. And I've seen them for so long. It's like almost like I have like PTSD with the ratios at this point, or with the animations.
For sure.
So like Blood Elf Paladin, like at least female is new to me, so I've been enjoying playing my main as female. My old main is female, but it's actually like I don't think I can ever play a male Blood Elf Paladin again. I really don't.
I get you. For sure, for sure.
And Tauren is just so dumb. So like to play Paladin on Horde, it's like I don't have any options. I have to play Blood Elf pretty much. Now it's Zandalari at least, but.
Okay, that registers as an upgrade for me.
Same one.
I'm going to need.
We both need it. And I want it, Cop, but I'm going to give it to you because you need it more than me.
Oh, thank you.
No problem, buddy. Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Happy Christmas.
What the heck was that all about, too? I didn't get that. Why somebody said it was, like, racist or something?
Yeah, Harry said that a long time ago. You probably don't remember. I remember you were there when it happened. Harry always says Happy Christmas. And I was like, dude, what the fuck is Happy Christmas? He's like, that's how they say it here in the city, innit? Lots of diversity here. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, it's like it's like a racist thing to only say Merry Christmas around other cultures. I was like, okay. Whatever you say.
I just always thought that was the way English people said it was Happy Christmas.
I have no idea. Who knows with him, honestly.
Oh, Harry.
Are you gonna read a comment?
Yeah. Legend M agrees with you. Says Tauren Paladin is such stupid, and Night Elf Mage makes no sense either.
Now, Night Elf Mage does make sense because it's actually in Classic, and there's obviously a lot of story with Night Elf Mage.
Chandrilar.
Yeah, the Chandrilar are actually like the main characters in one of the dungeons. So.
Yeah.
But anyway, Gaming Code says, I know, the rumor has it Blizzard allowed Taurens to be Paladin to boost Tauren population. I can see that, yeah. I mean, Paladin's probably one of the most popular classes, right?
Yep. Absolutely.
I think like Warrior is probably the most. Maybe nowadays it's different, but certainly back in Classic, it's definitely the most popular.
Legend M says, Merry New Year.
Yeah.
It
just sounds so silly, doesn't it, to say Happy Christmas? Yeah. But it's everything else is Happy Easter, Happy Thanksgiving, Happy New Year. What about Orc DKs? Well, they make sense, right? Anything could die and be rezzed. Yeah, See, that's the good thing about Warrior and DK. They make complete sense no matter what. So I think it's easy for me to have this opinion because that's, I played a DK for so long. But, obviously Paladin's a lot different. Like, we were just talking about this the other day, but Undead Paladin, I think that makes no sense whatsoever, given what the story of Paladin coming to be is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's, I could see it, Yeah. But it's like some things that just don't work.
Like I say, I think any race that has warriors and priests should be able to make paladins at some point.
They can just fuse,
But I think it would make a really good way to bring the Forsaken back around to a positive race. Because, you've got Alonza's Foul, you've got the uncrowned Queen of Lordaeron, Kalia, who was not raised into undeath with shadow magic or necromantic magic, but with the light. She's a light-born undead.
Yeah,
so
I remember, yeah.
It makes a lot of sense to me that would be something that they could add to the Forsaken.
Yeah.
So. Legend M says, you're going to stream tomorrow evening? I am going to stream tomorrow evening.
Wow.
I think that's on my thing, yeah.
Geg says, I think Illidan was a mage, and he's right. At least in Legion, I don't think that story ever existed prior to Legion, right? The whole
Okay. I think if it did, it might have been in the book Brothers Storm Rage or something like that.
Oh, okay.
There was a Storm Rage book, but I don't think it was ever huge or anything. Yeah, I think I will stream tomorrow evening, but I'd have to check my schedule to see what I've got scheduled. Because I keep forgetting what day it actually is, that it's Thursday today.
Today's Thursday, yeah.
Yeah, I keep thinking it's Wednesday. I'm all messed up. Oh, I'm all messed up.
Yeah, that's been a big issue for me as well these last few weeks. First, especially the first week, I was like, what day is it?
I haven't raided in 8 days.
Yeah.
What the hell?
It seemed like someone's like really wrong.
No. I kind of feel like I'm gonna miss it at some point if I don't raid in the next tier. Like,
Yeah.
I enjoyed getting ahead of the curve and, you know, clearing at least heroic, but should be able to pug that.
I won't say this to anyone else but you, Cop, but I think you should come and play Alliance with these guys. I think these guys are exactly your speed. Like, you would fit in so well with them. Dude, they have some hilarious conversations about shit that I've never even fucking heard of. And I'm just thinking, like, man, this is right up Cop's alley. Like, old television and, like, books and shit. I'm like, what are these guys talking about, dude? I'm so young compared to all these people. And they're not bad. Like, they're actually, like, I was saying this the other day. Like, there's some people in this group that are, like, they have such good instincts. They just don't really have the competitive drive. And I feel like you're that way, too. Like, you have good instincts at times. And sometimes it's just, you know, your health or other things that hold you back, like your eyesight or something like that. And it's like, I see a lot of that. You know, there's players who are just straight up noobs, and that's not these guys. They just don't care to be the best they can be, and they don't see why they should care. You know, so it's like they're not ever gonna be a mythic raiding guild because they just don't believe that it's important. But yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about it because I've been thinking about how I might gear tunes and stuff like that, and I don't know. It's definitely something I'm gonna have to consider for sure.
It's cool because you could just play a panda as well. Like, you don't even have to change your class.
Yeah, I started leveling an alliance panda the other day just because I was in such a bad mood. I needed something.
Oh yeah.
I just needed to do something.
Well, you should do your charity. You're doing a charity next week, right?
Yeah, I got it. That's what I really should do. I should do it as a panda, and just
do it as whatever you might consider playing, and then see where it goes.
That's the other thing is I kind of considered doing the charity stream as an allied race, but I don't know how I would, because I'm trying to do it as nomad, and you start with gear, so I don't know how I would address that.
Yeah, I just take all that gear off is usually what I do.
Gotcha.
Just start naked like you would at level 1. You can go around and buy. I think what I used to do is actually go around and buy like from a gear vendor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just go to a starting zone and buy from a gear
just
vendor.
buy a bunch of white gear basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know, buying from a vendor is fine. That's part of the challenge. Like,
yeah. White gear gives very little benefit because
it's almost no benefit at all. But I hate to have a character actually naked. It looks so lame, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, our hearts are actually
up,
so let's just hearth. That's where we're gonna go switching hearts anyway after these quests. And that's it for our time in wetlands.
Nice. We got 4 quests to turn in.
Yep. What's this quest?
You need something?
Another quest in Theramore. My brother James went with Lady Proudmoore across the sea. Last I heard, the fighting had settled down over there, and James was setting up an inn somewhere on the continent. Wherever he is, I'm sure he's doing good business. Wait, is this that, like, crazy-ass murder quest line? I think it is, yeah.
Let's grab it.
I almost feel like I want to record this. Yeah,
Sure.
I'll just... Nah, I don't think I will, because I'm not sure we're going to actually do it, but... It's such
Better
a crazy...
to have it, not to need it, and then
pick
need
it
it
up.
and not to have it.
Pick it up. Certainly pick it up, yeah. It's just such a crazy quest line. And I don't even think... I think it's, like, actually unfinished in Classic. Like, it just ends.
What can I do for you?
In my dreams, I can sometimes hear the doomed moans of my brethren. Please, good sir, free them from the bonds and quiet their cries. My thanks to you, Gidwin, and the gratitude of my cursed brethren goes to you as well. To break the curse and free all of my brethren, the thing stowed on my ship must be retrieved and cleansed. Well, we're not going to do this, so don't pick
See
that
you
up.
later.
Let's move on. Not going back there.
Legend M says, "What is your opinion about the Draenei race?" I love the Draenei. The females
likes
more
them.
than the males.
Yeah. Draenei is a very interesting race regardless, though. Like, they
Yeah.
are definitely
Oh, yeah.
shaman. That one, slam dunk
Yes.
shaman, so.
I get that totally because of the whole broken thing makes
Yeah,
total
that's
sense.
that's a slam dunk.
And the Blood Elf Paladins make total sense
Yep,
too,
yeah,
which is
yep,
why
complete.
adding both of those races was perfect for
Perfect,
TBC.
yep.
Well met.
Have you attacked the Dragon Maw encampment? Yes. Yes. Well fought, Kid. When the Dragon Maw are not the same threat they were when they had dragons, but they're still fierce opponents. They have great transmogs too. The Dragon Maw are led by Nekrosh, who we won't be killing. Well, I guess we should still read it though. Anyway, who was the former head of Dragon Maws years ago? Nekrosh, oh I see, Nekrosh, son of Nekros. Nekros used powerful magic to tame the red dragons, but when that magic failed him, the dragons were not happy. Nekros was killed, and his son has vowed revenge against the dragons who slew his father.
Be good.
Oh, we have one more quest to turn in outside or something.
I have.
Yeah, that's it. Just the one outside.
I think there's one because the other two take us to.
Stormwind, yeah.
Well, no, across the sea to whatchamacallit.
Oh, well, yeah, those two, obviously, we won't be
Yeah.
doing right now, but the other quests we're
Yeah,
going to
they're
do
still
are in Stormwind.
they're still marked as wetlands, right?
Oh, I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
I see what you mean. You're just looking at wetland stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess these are both done already. Yeah, we just have to go there, yeah. But so there's actually 2 quests in Stormwind. Don't let me forget this, because I think we were supposed to do that when we started this session today. We were going to go do the missing diplomat stuff, but we ran out of time last week.
What's on your mind?
Were you able to find Marin? Did she send word? In fact, yeah, we completely fucked this up because we were supposed to come to wetlands and do more of it too. So yeah, that was my fault. Anyway, such horrible news. At least 3 of them survived, but when will the killing end? I long for the day when King Magni's subjects can live without fear.
Off with you.
Me too. Alright, so now we'll go back to Stormwind. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's like 2 more quests for that missing diplomat in Stormwind, and then it comes here. But I guess we probably won't see the rest of that storyline now.
No.
At least not today.
Yeah, at least not today.
We could always do it and then come back at some point, I'm sure.
Oh, for sure.
I guess whenever we decide that we want to do Theramore, maybe
That would be a good one.
Yeah, because that quest takes us to Theramore as the final stage of it.
Well met.
Stormwind, and we'll see you there. I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick. Alright, back.
Welcome back.
Good thing about flight paths, then.
Absolutely.
Plenty of time to be AFK. I guess
the
they're
way,
still
what-
this long. What's up?
I was just gonna say, where did you put your point? I put mine in two-handed specialization.
Yep. Definitely two-handed specialization. 3 points into that is the next 30, 31, and 32. And then I think we need a few extra odds and ends to get to Vengeance, which is
Yeah.
our big damage dealer. When we get that, we'll finally be Paladins. Rep Paladins. And then that's it.
I'm gonna finish off Vindication because that'll be my third point in there, and then probably Sanctity Aura. But I'm not sure I'll use Sanctity because I'm maxing out my Devo,
Are you?
right? Because I'm the one using Devo. So once
Well.
we get done with this tree, I'll move into.
Yeah, but you can just use Sanctity instead. Like, unless you're committing points to improve Devotion or in the
Yeah.
Prot talent, then it doesn't matter what you use. It's just
Yeah,
like
no, I get
one of
you.
us has to use one and one of us has to use the other. So we just decided you'd do Devo and I'd do Ret because I've taken Ret specialization, improved Ret aura, that is.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was saying. Is later on, I'm going to be putting into improved Devo Aura once we get out of this tree.
Gotcha. Well, that's not what I would recommend, but you do whatever you like.
Well, the only reason being is because I want to get to precision. Right?
Oh, yeah.
The hit rating is nice.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Things you think about on a flight path.
Yeah, right.
Legend M says, yeah, the starting zone looks nice too. The place is really relaxed to level. I think he's talking about the Draenei one, and I agree.
Oh, yeah.
But it's funny because it's kind of the slowest starting zone to level through.
You get
It's
a
objective.
lot of experience now.
Yes. It's just there's a lot of travel. It's almost designed as if you have a mount, right? Because there's a lot of
It's
back and
pretty
forth.
big zone, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah. So there was a lot of people who used to complain about it being very slow,
Yeah.
and justifiably so. But now it's pretty good, I think.
Talk to me.
What? You come into my alley and question about my personal business? Business which you obviously have nothing to do with. Yeah, you're obviously not the smartest paladin to come into Stormwind, but you're about to be one of the dumbest to never leave. Have you met my friends?
Watch your back. What's on your mind?
It's actually killing him too. Enough fighting. No one needs to get hurt. No, you don't. It's happened to me when I did it on TBC. The mobs just stayed hostile the whole time. Alright, boss. You sure, though? It just seems like a waste of good practice, yeah. I agree.
Hear that?
Alright, anyway, so you came to me for a reason. What is it that you need? Yeah, I might know something about that meeting at Adelstead. Happened a few weeks back, I think. I really don't have any part of it. My part was done when Plan A failed. Damn adventurers. The guy we got on the inside for Plan B came out of Menenthil. Guy called Slim. That's all I know regarding their backup plan.
Be good.
And that dude's talking about the dead mines. I didn't realize that at first. When I did this whole quest line, I asked somebody, I made like a post on the Reddit, and somebody was like, he's talking about the dead mines. That was Plan A, dead mines. I was like, oh, I didn't realize.
Oh yeah, the big boat, the
Yeah.
dreadnought or whatever.
Yep. They're supposed to attack Stormwind. I mean, I don't even know how the hell they thought they were going to do that, but I guess Stormwind's close enough to the water, even though there's no harbor in Classic.
Jim says, very slow. Maybe gonna level a Draenei tomorrow. Sounds like fun, buddy. Good luck with it.
You'll get like 25 levels from the first two zones if you do 100% of it.
Yeah, it's huge. I
It's
can
crazy.
see that for sure.
Might even be more. I haven't. I guess now the anniversary's been over and everything, but oh, it's actually in the Dwarf District. Shit. Thought it was in the Cathedral District.
That's okay. It's a beautiful city to run through.
This will probably be the last time we get to see these Christmas lights here.
Yep.
When does it end? Day after New Year's, I think, right?
I think so. There's no calendar in Classic, so
Yeah.
I can't look in. It's just a sun that tells me it's 5:46 a.m.
Yeah, that was funny because when we were doing that quest, it went from a moon to a sun, and I was like, what was that? Why did that change? Then I realized 5:40 a.m. Oh, yeah. Forgot.
The Janem says he watched the Warcraft movie a few days ago for the second time, but didn't like it so much. I don't know, I liked it. You just have to accept that it's a different reality, a different continuity, and just go from there.
No!
If you come looking for the finest craftsmanship on this or any other continent in the world, then you've come to the right place. Grim and Elmore at your service. How might I apply my craft for you, Paladin? That is quite a tale you have, and light-forged iron. Not for years have I worked with such a metal. It will be an honor to craft with it again, and you must return to me later with the story of your battle against the Necromancer. But we get ahead of ourselves. First, your weapon against Morbid Fell. Here's the weapon against the fiend of which you spoke. You're all ready, Gidwin. Best of luck to you, and I look forward to your tales of glory. Bring Morbin's Bane to Sven in Duskwood.
Keep your feet on the ground!
Alright, that's another one for the Morbid Fell questline. Alright, so back to Elling Trias. We'll turn that in, and then we'll fly out to Duskwood.
Sounds good. But yeah, the way I look at the Warcraft movie, it's kind of like the way I look at like an MCU movie. It's not meant to be the exact same story you would have read in a comic. It's a different continuity, a different timeline, a different dimension, if you will, of the same story, of the same universe, multiverse. And if you look at it that way, it, you know, it's less offensive to lore people.
I guess if you're worried about watching a film and you're worried about being offended because of a lore change, then don't watch the film. But yeah, I mean, I think for what the film was, I actually don't think I've ever even seen it all the way. But from what I have seen of the film, all I will say is this: my old boss, the guy I used to work for and with, he like wouldn't stop talking about this film. He loves it. It's like one of his favorite films ever. And he doesn't know a single fucking thing about Warcraft. He literally brought it up to me without even realizing I knew anything about Warcraft. And I had the heartiest laugh. We were over a patient and he brought it up and I just fucking started laughing out loud. It wasn't a good time to laugh out loud. But I was just like, I'll never forget it. And that whole day we talked about it and he's like, oh, what about this Gul'dan character? Do you know anything about this Gul'dan character? And at the time we were doing Gul'dan, like we were killing Gul'dan in Legion. I was like, oh my god, dude, this is so funny. Anyway, good to see you're still alive, Goodwin. So it went well with Dashel then, huh? I've been reading up more on this plan of theirs, and although it doesn't state the name of the diplomat they were after, it does talk about this plan B they enacted after failing on their first attempt to capture him. The Slim that Dashel mentioned doesn't have any other name written here, but if you say he's Menethil, then that's a start. A contact of mine retired in the wetlands at the harbor city of Menethil. He should be willing to help you on your word alone if you tell him you're working for me. His name is Mikhail. He mentioned becoming a bartender before leaving Stormwind a few years ago. Speak to him, find this Slim, and find out if there's anything else to know about this kidnapped diplomat. We need to find out find out where they've taken him, or at least who he is. The docket doesn't mention anything about this their plan after he's captured.
See you around.
Is there actually? There's no docket to read, right? That was just the original time. Okay.
Yeah. I think so.
Anyway, yeah. So that and that's a good thing. Our hearth is still there, so we can always just I need a vendor. We can always just I guess we'll just vendor in Duskwood. But anyway, yeah, we can always just hearth there next episode or something and pick that up.
Yep, for sure.
Because obviously, presumably we're about to finish all these quests, so we'll have to find a new zone to go to.
Yeah.
Theramore is a great option, I think, especially as Alliance. Horde is not my favorite zone to do, but it's pretty decent. But
Yeah.
Alliance, there's a lot of really cool stuff going on there.
I always like the story of the inn that you're trying to investigate, find out who got burned.
Yeah,
down
that's that quest we just started, yeah. Okay, going to Darkshire.
Be careful.
Almost went to the wrong place. So we gained about a level and a quarter from that excursion, huh?
Yeah, not bad.
Still oh, we didn't even train.
We'll have to train at the end of the stream for sure.
Yeah, another day. Morladim is what, 35?
Yeah, 35 plus it says.
No, I mean the mob.
Oh yeah, 35 elite if I remember correctly.
What were you gonna say though?
I completely forgot. I would. Probably something about training. I don't know. My mind is gone.
Gaming Code says, I wouldn't recommend getting any ranks higher than rank 1 of Seal Command. Yeah, I'm not going to be doing it, but Cop likes to be thorough, so your pleas are lost on him, I'd imagine.
Gonna get it. Gonna get it. I'm gonna like it. Legend M says, when going to Stranglethorn Vale? I don't know that we are.
Never?
But we could. We could go there if we needed a few levels.
We probably could on this server, yeah.
Yeah.
That actually might not be a bad idea.
Because, I mean, we're not on a PvP server. Who cares, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's not even PvP that the problem usually arises from. It's usually that there's just way too many people in the zone.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe that's what we should do. I just really want to fucking finish this shit, man, but I just don't think we can today.
No, I agree.
Like, I mean, it's like, just, it's going to be another, we're going to go out there and get slaughtered by this dude, and then we're going to be like, what should we do now? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Stranglethorn's 30 to 45 zones, so.
Yeah. There's still other quests that we can do, though, in this zone. What happened to the Ogre Thieves? Is that the name of it?
Yeah.
Okay, let me vendor real quick.
Yeah, I need to as well.
We can at least go and get
What
those
can I
two
do
done.
for you?
I don't even know what level Morbid Fell is. I don't know if I've ever actually finished this quest. Just look it up, I guess, real quick.
Sounds like a good idea.
He is 32. Well, that one's probably
Do that.
doable.
Have
Yeah.
a good one.
Yeah. There are two of us. We're paladins. He's
We're
undead.
pals. Yep. No, he's actually not. He's a humanoid.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, in
Oh,
classic.
that's right. He's not a lich yet.
Yeah, in classic he's just a necromancer, but then in Shadowland or in Cataclysm version of these zones, he becomes a necromancer. So he turns into a lich. I mean.
Yeah,
Yeah,
gotcha.
it's funny.
I mean, we could finish the quest line to spawn the giant abomination, kill it.
Yeah, I mean we'll probably end up doing that anyway. I don't know what's left of after this crate. Not much, I don't think.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we probably getting 31 before we finish all that stuff, and then if we need a few more levels to kill Morladim, there's always Stranglethorn.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's not a bad idea. Stranglethorn's probably going to be pretty quiet on this. I mean, I don't know if there's even people still playing on this round. Let's see. Oh, there's 3 people in the zone. 2 of us. 2 of them are us. What about Stranglethorn? Let's see. There is 5 people in Stranglethorn total.
Wow, that's a huge zone for 5 people.
Yeah, it's a massive zone. It's probably just as big as like the Barrens. So there's a 44, so he's pretty much not going to be in competition. There's a 39 and that 237, so those people are probably out of the way as well. But then there's a 33 who we'd probably end up running into if we had to be worried about that kind of thing, but realistically, don't think it matters.
Yeah, and I mean, by the time we're done this stuff, he's probably going to be 34, 35 anyway, so.
You think? Don't think it's going to take us that long. I mean, there's a good chance we won't get there. I mean, I don't know how long it takes us to do all this stuff, so. It's 2 o'clock.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just, just blabbing on at this point.
Fuck that guy, honestly. If he gets in our way, we'll kill him.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. That's not.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Okay.
I mean, I was just role-playing as a blood elf, because, you know, blood elves with the blood.
They're savage.
Stuff. They're very savage.
Those savage men and women.
Especially early in the history of Warcraft.
Yeah, that's funny how that gets changed.
Which we learned in our in my Blood Elf Paladin class quest videos.
And when does that get changed? We talked about this, but I don't remember.
I believe it's near the end of TBC because
Looking for something specific? See you later.
Liadrin kind of quote unquote sees the light, and Muru sacrifices himself to reignite the Sunwell.
Yeah, I feel like it's before Sunwell. Yeah, I felt like,
Yeah.
but that can't be the case because Classic or TBC is already on 2.4 or whatever.
Which is and I mean that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do it in the first place, was to see, since they were going to start on 2.4, what version they were going to use. I feel like they might change it when the content comes out, right? So maybe they change it when, like,
yeah, it's possible.
You know,
I don't know. TBC
when
is just
the troll raid comes out, whatchamacallit, Zul, whatever.
yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's just like it was like Classic was such a target. Like, it was so obvious that they should do Classic to me, and I wanted to see it for so many different reasons. And it's like TBC, it's just like, the shit's just all still in the game. Like, I don't have any reason to play TBC, man. It sucks to say it, but it's like, there's just nothing there. And Wrath is going to be even worse. I mean, literally, I don't think they've changed anything from Wrath. I think Wrath is exactly how it is now in what it's going to be when they finally launch that too.
Yeah. I think the big change is you're going to be able to still farm a lot of classic stuff and get the achievement for it.
Achievements, I forgot about that. I wonder how they're going to handle that.
Classic, you'll be able to get stuff like you'll be able to solo farm ZG, so you can get the Raptor mount.
Yeah, you think that. Me and Rusty used to 2-man it, and it wasn't easy. We were pretty geared.
Yeah, I know. I used to 3-man it with my guild at the time, and
yeah,
I understand what you're saying, but I mean, to get the mounts there, you'll be able to do it. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I mean, I tend to think you're going to be able to once Cataclysm Classic comes out, and it will. Trust me.
No, I don't think it will.
That's gonna make achievements account wide.
They're not going to do that. I don't think I would be surprised if they even did Wrath. And John Dahl asked, did they say they're going to do Wrath? And no, there's no confirmation they will. But I think it's like a 50-50. I don't know why they would. I mean, honestly, I don't want to keep going into this, but there's no reason that they should have even made TBC in the first place. People asked for fucking Classic, and now that TBC is out, everybody doesn't want Classic anymore. So those people were idiots. You shouldn't have even made it then. You know what I mean? So they're going to keep doing this, and people are going to keep chasing a re-progression of the video game? No, just play the fucking real game, dude, and make that game better to be more interesting for these people or something. I don't know. Anyway, back to this.
Well met.
Hello, Gidwin. You haven't gone that long, but I see a fire. You haven't been gone that long, but I see a fire in your eyes I did not see before. This will be proof against the fiend Morbin Fell. Well done. You are ready. Morbin Fell will fall. Morbin Fell hides in his lair, the house perched atop the hill to the east overlooking the Ravenhill Cemetery. His time in this land is drawing to an end. Use Morbin's Bane against him. It will render his protective magics powerless. Slay him. Slay him and save us from this wickedness. Be the instrument of my revenge and a hero of Duskwood. Use Morbin's Bane on Morbin Fell. Kill Morbin Fell. Then return Morbin's Bane to Sven and his camp.
Light bless you.
Wow, there's a helmet. See that helmet? Yeah, it's pretty good. Not too shabby.
Nice.
I don't know if it's smart of them to spend. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're gonna keep spreading the player base for then nobody's gonna be playing TBC, right? It's like it's just such a dumb idea. This whole thing. This is not how they should have did it ever. Anyway, I think expanding on the. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, I look at it from a different point of view. To me, it's about preserving the game in different states through history. That's why I see them doing it and why I think they should. But I get your point too, for sure.
Yeah, but they've demonstrated no interest in ever doing that until people force them to make classics. So just stop wasting your time with this. Like, if you don't want to do, they should have done this with the actual video game. Like, they should have never done what they did with it. You should have always been able to feel like you can go back to old content. Like, if I want to play Pokemon Red, I can go back and play Pokemon Red. Nintendo doesn't stop me from doing that. You know what I mean? So that Blizzard did something stupid there. So they should just fix that and not make all these different games splitting up the player base.
Yeah, I agree. But given the way that they're doing it, that's what they're doing. So
yeah, they don't have to keep doing it, though, is the problem.
I agree.
It's a lot of mobs.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, let's run. Try to get one isolated at least. Oh, you have to equip it and then use it. Well, that's not good. I'll do it. Just put your weapon back in.
Okay.
You have to wait a long time though now.
I will heal you while he touch of deaths you.
Is that what he's doing?
Yeah, that's what the spell is called, Touch of Death. I'm frozen in fear. I'm stunned for another 3 seconds. I'm not stunned anymore, apparently.
It was interesting. Didn't know he was going to be surrounded by all those guys.
Yeah, given how many guys he was surrounded by, it was way less difficult than I thought it was.
Yeah, he didn't really do any damage at all. Like, legitimately, barely did any damage.
I think we did a really good job of splitting him from the mobs and killing them.
It looked like we did because we didn't die, but I don't think we did. We just kind of ran and nothing ended up happening. Like, we never died to any of the mobs and he didn't do anything to us. I wanted to reset him and then go back up and fight him alone, but it didn't even need to happen.
Greetings.
Is Morbid Fell defeated? Morbid Fell has been defeated. The Dark Riders are still at large, but a small piece of that which I had hoped beyond hope has come to pass. You have done the impossible, and your deeds will forever live in the legends of Duskwood. Go, Gidwin, and perhaps one day fate may bring you back to me.
Go with honor, friend.
Cool, and that's it for that questline. And we got this crazy ass helmet. Oh, that's a nice little helmet too. Oh yeah, this is the one.
It's a coif.
Spark Metal Coif. This is the helmet that gets turned into a plate piece in Cataclysm. So if you had this, if you did this quest, this gets turned into a plate piece, so you can transmog. This is the only coif in the game for plate. This is the item. That's crazy. I didn't realize that. But I don't have it. You should check if you do, because you played Alliance, right?
Yeah, I played some Alliance. I don't know if I ever got this serious to where I did this quest.
Is actually, yeah, it took a while to get through this, honestly.
Yeah, but I'll check. I'll check one of these days.
Maybe you do.
Maybe.
Yeah. Anyway, Gaming Code says, I think they should just expand on the seasonal classic idea. Maybe making a season where you can play a DK or a monk or a demon hunter or something. I would be interested in seeing them continue with classic for sure. Yeah. I would think that, you know, if people actually did want classic originally, then they would want that too. Even though I don't think relaunching the same version of the game over and over again is a good idea. That's kind of the only way classic works, and that's why it was always a bad idea from the get-go. But it works well enough. Like, that's the formula. Let's stick to that. I don't want to keep seeing fucking Wrath and all this other nonsense. Like, it's just... Again, the main thing for me with Classic was that I was able to see content that is no longer in the game anymore.
Yes.
And that content is still there in TBC. And they add some new content in TBC, so that's worth seeing too. But then Wrath, they start removing that content. Like, a lot of the... pretty much all the Scarlet stuff...
The naps.
Yep, all that stuff gets changed. So that's the end of it there. Like, Wrath is the end of Classic, and I don't need to go to Wrath to see that. Like, it's over. Yeah. And then conversely, all of the content in Wrath is still in the fucking game. Like, they didn't remove any of it to my knowledge. I mean, they removed a few things in TBC, especially profession stuff, because when they got rid of armor smithing and whatever weapon smithing for blacksmithing, all that stuff just goes. Like, they just delete it because they're fucking idiots. But it's all gone in Cataclysm. So all the storylines and quest lines for that and patterns for that are gone. But I don't think anything like that happens in Wrath. I'm pretty sure everything that was in Wrath is still there in Cataclysm. So other than classes, like, you can't play a Death Knight in that way. But honestly, I think if most people just rolled a no-spec Death Knight, they would probably have a lot of fun. Like, they would have more fun than they think. So you want to play Wrath, go level a no-spec Death Knight in Wrath of the Lich King Chromie time and play Wrath. 90% of the content's still there.
Yeah. Although some of the stuff that is still there in Wrath is kind of funny. I remember specifically, just for shiggles, where are you? Lost you.
Going to the Ogre Mound.
Oh, okay, I'm following you. I remember just for laughs, I went and got fully attuned to old Naxxramas during Wrath.
Really?
You could still do the thing because it was all based on your rep, right?
AD rep, yeah.
Yeah. So I went and did Argent Dawn rep just for laughs, and I couldn't teleport to the old Nax or anything, but
Oh, the quest line was still there, I see.
the quest line was still there, and they still said stuff like, "Or if you want to teleport to Nax Remus, this is what it'll cost you at this rep."
Yeah, that's funny.
It was funny.
He says, I could see them following the Diablo 3 setup. Maybe if they add TBC raids dungeons or Wrath raids dungeons, they would add Paragon levels. You hit 60 and start acquiring Paragon, gaining like 1 to all stats per level beyond 60. That's pretty aggressive. I don't think they would do that, but it's an interesting concept. It's stuff that they could do for sure. At that point, though, I don't know. Why would you add TBC content to Classic? That's just TBC.
Yeah.
What's the point? I don't.
I have this nasty suspicion that what they're going to wind up doing is bring out Wrath and then add TBC Season to Mastery.
Yeah, that's exactly what I fear the most. Like, that would be the worst decision they can make, and that's probably exactly what they're going to do. But where's this box? Is it supposed to be right here? Just over there. It doesn't even appear on
Questy.
Yeah, it's like doesn't show up. It's supposed to be right here, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, it is right here. Just doesn't look like it's right here. Large crate is sealed tight, but it reeks of dead things. Let's get this chest too.
SLB says Metro's Wrath. Story checks out, SLB.
Fuck Wrath. Honestly, Wrath's the worst expansion. It's actually the worst expansion. Cataclysm is a near second, but...
Yeah, I have soft spots in my heart for every expansion, but...
Me too. Wrath is when I started playing seriously. That's when the guild formed. That's when I met all the people that have changed my life, you know? But it doesn't change the facts. Like, the expansion was shit, and looking back on it, it's done irreparable harm to the game over a long period of time. That and Cataclysm, they damaged the game more than anything else that could have ever happened to this game. And that they set up all the problems that we have now. And a lot of the modern expansions did try to fix them, but the damage has been done. I mean, really, the worst thing is flying, and that starts in TBC, but, you know, Wrath really kind of hits that home, and then Cataclysm completely takes it and runs with it. So I wouldn't really fault those expansions for that, but, you know, things like LFG, LFR, whatever, you know, that whole system where you get ported and ripped out of the world and taken to some group of people you've never even spoken to before, and they can just fucking vote kick you for any reason they want without any validity to it. And then things like heirlooms, I mean, honestly, completely leveling goes from like the main content of the game to like, hey, we don't want you to even bother leveling anymore, so don't worry about gearing or any of your character progression while you level, just put these things on. And then the changes to tanking. I mean, tanking went from being like one of the most sought after roles and one of the most difficult things in the game in Classic and TBC to this like, okay, just fucking everybody gets an AoE and everybody gets like 10 defensives. I mean, in Classic, you don't even have defensives. Like, literally, you don't have a defensive. You have like one spell, like Shield Wall has got like a fucking 3-hour cooldown, and that's it. You know what I mean? And that's the only defensive in the whole game. And then all of a sudden everybody gets 10 defensives and there's no more threat model and there's no more other shit. So I don't know. Should we even try this?
No, I
just don't even try it. Okay.
Yeah, he's way too big for us.
Yeah.
Way too big for our britches at this point. I mean, the only thing I would say is I think LFG had to happen, but I think the way they did LFG was wrong because it took everything out of it. Right, I think there should have been a better matchmaking system. But
it should not be matchmaking. You should have to form the group yourself. I think what we have now in the game.
That's what I'm trying to say is the matchmaking system that we have, not the automatic one, but the one where you look for people and the one that we use for Mythic Plus is what I'm trying to say is what should have been.
Yeah, that's
what I'm trying.
I think they agree. I mean, I do. I think they always wanted to make that. With like cross realm tech and everything that came in later, I think that's what they always wanted to do, and they just didn't know how to do it at the time. And now there's no way to go back, you know what I mean? So those decisions, those hasty decisions that were probably made in a boardroom because we need Wrath to be this crazy good expansion with all these crazy features that everybody's been asking for that they don't even realize are shit expansion or shit features for an expansion. Let's throw those in there, and then that's it, man. You're fucked now. The rest of the, and then Cataclysm does the same, and TBC or Wrath did it also. The 10 and 25 man split that has irrevocably changed raiding. Nobody wants to raid with a large group anymore, man. Like, it's actually so fucking hard to get people to commit to being in a large group. This is like the reason I'm not in a guild anymore, man, because of this shit, this mentality that came from Wrath, where you can just, I'm just gonna take the easy way out. We get to see all the content, you know, this whole like normal versus heroic thing too. You know, prior to that, you wanted to see the content. You had to be mediocre at best, but good enough to be in a guild. Now in Wrath, it's like, you can just do the fucking easy-ass 10-man version, and you'll be able to see all the content. And you'll never have to aspire to be better, and you don't have to join a guild, so you can just go pug that shit, you know? It's like, man, these are awful fucking decisions, and every single one of them, pretty much every decision that comes in Wrath is awful. I mean, think about it, this is all I ever need to say about Wrath. If they relaunched a raid, not only relaunched a raid, but took the previous version of the raid and all its transmogs and a collectability out of the game, even if they just did that part, but they made the next raid tier a raid you have already done, can you fucking imagine what the fucking community we have nowadays would say?
Yeah.
Can you imagine? It would be literally like the president of the United States would be getting involved. That's how much bullshit would be going on the internet over this. And people look back at Wrath as like the best expansion. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? Do you know one of the tiers literally not only is a complete reskin of a previous raid, but not only did that, but took the old raid out. So all the shit in that raid is not in the game anymore. Menenthil's Might, you can't fucking get that amazing looking mace anymore. You can't get the shield with the crazy faces on it. You can't get the fucking Atiyesh. You can't get Ashbringer anymore. All that shit that was awesome about Old Nax, gone for this shit-ass version of it in Wrath. It's insanely, I mean, that, I don't know how anybody likes that expansion when that kind of shit happened.
I mean, I understand their idea behind it was that, we went from Nax to Burning Crusade so quickly, so few people got to see it. We want people to be able to see this awesome raid we did. But you're right, they took everything out of it that was good.
Yeah, but it's not awesome in Wrath. It's the worst, possible iteration of it. Like, it's awesome in Classic. Just go make them do the 60 version again. Like, that's fine, dude. Go have level 80s in the level 60 version as 10 people. That would probably still be difficult.
Yeah,
agreed. And not only that, like, I don't know how many people realize this. There's, like, so many quests in Naxxramas. There's probably more quests in Naxxramas than there are in, like, modern WoW zones. It's crazy. There's all these items, too, that you can loot from trash that you need to craft gear, and the frost resistance shit you need for Sephiron. It's like actually insane how good that raid is. That's maybe one of the best raids ever, and they took it out to make a shit version of it. It's like, wow, what a terrible fucking decision.
Hey.
Sorry, I just have to reply to this.
Yeah, no worries.
All right, let's read the quest.
Good day to you.
Do you have my crate? If so, then please give it to me quickly. Thank the neck. Well, thank you, Goodwin. You have more than earned this reward. Happy nights ahead. Take this note to Ello Ebenlock, the mayor of Darkshire. He and I are old friends, and when he reads it and discovers what you did for me, I'm sure he'll be just as happy as I am.
See you around.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm beginning to think this guy's not a good person.
Oh, here. The letters of this note seem to flicker and dance across its surface. It is impossible to glean meaning from them. So he's not going to like that note at all, yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think he's going to be happy.
Okay, anyway, honestly, Blizzard is in a prime position to just bring the entire company to Classic Resurrected to follow up after Shadowlands. Yeah, I don't know what 10.0 is going to be, but I really do hope it has some involvement with all this, honestly. Anyway, Faxi also says transmog wasn't out then, though, so I don't think people cared about that part. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm talking about right now, though. The people who still praise Wrath and say it's the best expansion. It's like, it's kind of crazy to think because this shit is like so... You know, Cataclysm obviously does a much, much, much heavier-handed version of this, but...
Yeah.
It's just like, I mean, dude, that is like one of the most commonly complained about things now. Whenever they remove content, people lose their fucking minds on it. And if you don't spend a lot of time on the forums, you probably don't know this. But like, this is honestly the #1 thing that people get all upset about. Like the casuals who don't, you know, I don't know. Like, I don't know what they're doing in the game, but that's something that really bothers them. And, you know, I think the Mage Tower was a good example of that. Like, those people who like somehow didn't play the expansion for a whole year and a half or whatever they had to do the Mage Tower, and then suddenly feel like so entitled to the content that they're forcing Blizzard to put it back in the game. It's like, yeah, and that could have been an entire raid. I mean, that literally is the entirety of Naxxramas. Like, there is so many good transmogs from Naxxramas, man. It's so sad. That fucking original Naxxramas has this mace. It's called Might of Menethil. If you've never seen it, look at it. It's insane. Have you ever seen it, Cop?
I don't recall.
I'm going to get it on the screen right now for my viewers, and I'm going to send it to you. It is, without question, the coolest looking mace in the game, and it's just gone. First of all, it's so fucking massive, too. It's the bigger thing. I don't think I can get it. There's not a lot of good posts out there with it. I just linked the Wowhead post for you, at least.
Holy crap. The Wowhead posted, it popped up a picture of it.
Yeah, I'll show it on stream too. But anyway, it's this giant ass. I mean, it's fucking massive. And I think there's actually other weapons like that in Nax too, that are maybe even bigger. But these things today, like if you had this walking around as a transmog, you would know exactly where you got it from. It's one of those types of items, you know. And there's a bunch of shit like that in Nax. A bunch of items that are just like, man, I really wish I can get those.
Yeah. I often think that people don't realize with how good the fidelity is and, you know, all the pixels and yada, yada, yada of today's WoW, they forget just how good some of the old stuff was, you know?
Yeah.
Some of the old stuff that was gone just still looks amazing for what it is, you know?
It's
People
just
forget
iconic
that.
looking. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not very high pixels. Like, you know, like the Judgment set, that's not very good compared to, like, say, a new Paladin set from, like, Legion or something. But it's just so iconic. Like, you know exactly what that is when you look at it. And that's all. That just needs to be preserved. Like, that's a big problem. Taking shit like that out of the game is a big problem.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Let's see. I'm going to try to put this on the screen for my viewers so they can see what I'm talking about. Give me a second while I'm on follow. Don't run me off a ledge or something. I know how you roll.
I remember those old videos of yours on why Wrath was the worst and Mop was the best. Yeah, I made those on Ace Games TV. Faxi says a warrior in my guild has that. Wears it with full tier 3. Yeah, as he should. I mean, and that was also an insanely good item too, apparently. So.
Yeah, I got it up on the screen for my viewers. Yeah, that is just, that's gorgeous. I would love that on my Death Knight. I would kill for that to have that on my Death Knight right now.
Mm-hmm. Now, and to be perfectly fair, okay, the item, the skin itself does still exist. You can get it from the new Nax, but it is much, much, much smaller. So yeah, just something to keep in mind. I do want to be fair because I'm making a big deal about that kind of item. But most of the other items from Nax, the skins don't exist at all. But that one you can get. It's called Demise, if I remember correctly. And it drops from like Hygen or something like that. It looks similar, but it's way fucking smaller. It's like half the size. But,
gotcha.
For a while, you can get Corrupted Ashbringer on Black Market Auction House, but they took it off a few years back. Wow, I didn't know that part. But yeah, obviously Corrupted Ashbringer, and then the situation that happens when you're in Scarlet Monastery. That gets removed in Wrath too. You know, so that's and that's because they're trying to retcon the whole Morgraine situation, so his son could come to prominence, but. Still, one of the coolest things, I think, you know, you look back at Classic, that's pretty fucking awesome, honestly.
Need help?
Alright, Abercrombie, I don't know a person of that name. You say you have a letter for me? From this Abercrombie fellow? Well, let's have it then. Ella looks at this letter. What language is this? It looks ancient. I can't read it. Take the note you gave me to Sira von Indy. He's a very learned in language and ancient arts. If anyone here can translate this message, it's he.
Light bless you.
All right, let's see if he can. I don't know if he's going to be able to.
And you know what really contributed to it? And this is one of my big bugaboos. The comic series. There's so much that they wanted to try to jam in from the comic books. That's, why we got people talking about Medan being a big thing, and that's why we lost Atiesh, and that's all that stuff. It contributed to the stuff that was taken out.
Oh, that's interesting. That's why Atiesh. Yes, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that's funny, because that's another thing that's basically just completely retconned out, right?
Yeah.
Well met.
A note from Abercrombie the Hermit, eh? I don't know him, although if he lives out of the graveyard, then I do know his brains have rotted out. Sierra begins translating the note. I'm almost finished translating that note. If you come back in a few moments, I should be done. Wait a moment, then speak with Sierra von Indy again.
Be careful. What can I do for you?
I won't wait. There we are. It's translated. Oh, he's going to say
the
something.
Alliance.
Terranar, the translation is finished. That's you.
Greetings.
He's not going to speak to me. There we are. It's translated. The air grows heavy, as if thick black curtain is drawn over the land. Oh my. If what is written on this note is true, then Abercrombie's done something unspeakable. You better bring the translated note back to Ello. And do so quickly, for I fear a doom already lumbers towards our town.
Go with honor, friend.
Let's read it. Translated letter. Greetings, Ello Ebenlock, Mayor of Darkshire. I'm afraid I have news for your town. Grave news. You see, I am a creator. I fooled the bearer of this note into aiding me in my latest, most dire creation. A fiend of flesh and bone and twisted metal. As you are reading this, it's likely outside my humble dwelling, gnashing its teeth and waiting for my word to go forth and slaughter. What's going on here? Where is everyone? Make way. Lord Mayor, our scouts report strange activity to the west. Hideous bellows and growls are heard coming from that old hermit's shack. This is grim news, and I fear it is linked to the dealings Gidwin had with the embalmer. Yeah, maybe so. Watcher, inform Althea that a dire threat is marshalling us against our town. We must prepare. Undead are crawling all over the land. Where is the Stormwind army? Is that something else? Yes, Lord Mayor. He probably just says that all the time.
He blames you,
Need
though.
help?
Is this note translated? Please, let me see it. Ello reads the letter and his face goes white. He then looks at you. Although the aid you gave Abercrombie may have been motivated from kindness, your actions have doomed our town. It was more about experience, to be honest. The embalmer is a name told in one of our children's stories. He was a kindly alchemist driven mad by death of his wife, Eliza. To restore her, he used dark magic to place his own heart within the bosom of his dead spouse. This revived Eliza, but it cursed her with a hunger for human flesh, forcing the embalmer to keep her buried. Her heart is his power. Find his wife's grave, retrieve the heart, and bring it to me while it still beats. Do this, and his power will be broken.
For the Alliance.
Okay. Go back and do that, I guess.
Kept getting stuck on stuff.
No, really?
Yeah.
There's only like chairs. There's not much to get stuck on.
Well, yeah, there was chairs, and then there was like that railing. I got stuck on that.
Oh yeah, they're running out to fight him. I see them. They're marshaling as he said to do.
We should definitely get the tag. Help them. I mean, help them.
I don't think it does anything to kill him, regardless. But beware, a threat lurks in the wild. Night Watchers, be on alert.
Light be with you.
Maybe he drops some fat loot.
He does not. I don't think anyway. I have no idea. I've never actually killed. You have to, in order to loot him, you have to do 60% of his health.
Really? I thought you would just need to get the tag.
Nope. If the guards kill him and don't do less than 60% of his health, and you don't, and you do less than 60% of his health and damage, you won't get any loot.
Oh.
That's why you can't just kite like we can't kite Morladim to the guards and have him die, you know, it doesn't count. We have to kill him ourselves.
I know that never occurred to me because I always assumed the leash would just break.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Well, I mean that exact example probably would break, yeah, but like there's plenty of mobs like I think in Ashenvale that you could potentially have the guards help you kill. It happens all the time in Dunmoreau as well. Those guards are like wandering all around the paths and there's just mobs all over the place. You'll see them run and go and kill them themselves every once in a while.
When did they change that? Because I know I've done like 1 point of damage and had guards finish it off and been able to loot. I know
It was well, you mean when did they change it to be how it is now?
Yeah. Like I said, I know.
Not sure. Yeah, I guess probably Cataclysm.
Yeah.
Are there actually guards in the game? I guess in the same zones that they're guards in from the old days, right?
Yeah. Like your example of Loch Medan. Often I will just.
Well, I don't know about
guard fighting something and just.
I don't. Maybe I'm wrong about loot. I don't know. But all I know is quest credit you do not get.
Gotcha.
And there's even a like in the That's funny. There's even a quest in that Vargroth quest that we did on the Dwarf lands to get the hammer that we got. The way they recommend doing that solo is to kite him down into the guards, but you have that it says on the guide, it's like make sure you've done 60% of his health first. Otherwise, you're not going to get credit for killing him.
Interesting.
What the hell is this ogre doing?
Dying, I would think.
He's just like sitting out right next to the road. I've never seen that. Oh, I'm an idiot. We're not walking the right way. That's why he was there.
That's why he was
I thought we were on the main road.
walking towards the ogre mount.
Yeah.
Of course there is an ogre there.
There's an ogre in the ogre mound. What the fuck? What's he doing here?
I don't blame you. With some of the weird placing and spawning we've seen for mobs and stuff in this season of Mastery, it would make sense.
It is, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised, I guess, yeah. Hey, I'm not surprised, motherfucker. Alright, let's go and, this is going to be a tough one. I think this is an elite quest. But I don't think it's going to be as hard as Morladim. The problem, if I remember correctly, is she summons a bunch of skeletons with her.
That's what exorcism is for.
We do have exorcism, though. Yeah, we're going to be way better off. Although, so is Morladim, yeah.
Yeah, I remember he, like, resisted my exorcism.
Oh, yeah. When we fought him before, we were like 28 or something, weren't we? So it was like...
Yeah.
We had no chance. He was like 7 levels higher than us.
Yes, I remember that. He was 7
Even the
levels
Paladin
higher.
Pals aren't that strong, buddy.
It's true.
Stand the fuck still, man. I'm so sick of, like, whenever anything aggroes under those circumstances where we just run by it and it aggroes, it just won't stand still after we start fighting it. You notice that?
Yeah.
It just, like, keeps dancing around. It's like, dude, stop this.
I blame jitters.
Maybe. That guy's a clown, honestly. That's a really good helmet, though. 9 strength, 8 spirit. Wow.
Yeah, is it ever?
What did your add-on say about that one?
It said it was an upgrade.
Really?
Because if you've got nothing in the slot, everything that goes there is an upgrade.
That's not true. You could have negative stats. You know that, right?
No, there's no such thing as...
Yet,
Well,
there
there
is, first of all.
There
Yeah.
is. Yeah, there is. But you know what I'm saying.
I think the Corrupted Ashbringer has negative stats on it, actually. Yeah, I think it does. I think it has negative 30 spirit or something like that.
Interesting.
Ironic that we're back on that. What?
I was just going to say, I remember watching a video about items with negative stats from, like, Hyrule or one of those guys, but...
Alright. Okay, digging through the dirt. You dig through the semi-loose dirt covered over the grave and find the remains of a coffin. Within the coffin, you can feel the vibrating scraps of clawed fingers and the gnashing of rotted teeth. Will you open the coffin and retrieve the embalmer's heart? Aber, is that you? Oh, I'm so hungry. Wait, you're not my husband, but he must have sent you, and you look delicious. Oh, this root. I'll heal you. You have thread and everything. Some jackass did that the other day when I was doing this quest, and he just dragged it over to Abercrombie and just killed me while I was reading the quest. Not too happy about that.
Some people's children.
What's that?
I said some people's children.
What the hell does that mean?
I don't know. It's just something we used to say
Canadian
back in the
phrase.
day.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
Back in the day about people who were silly.
Oh, there's a chest just sitting here. Let's see. Any epics? Maybe there'll be an epic in the chest. What do you think?
Maybe. Get it. Get it, my dwarven friend.
Ooh, there's a legendary.
Woohoo! Ashbringer? Corrupted
Nope.
Ashbringer?
The regular Ashbringer, yeah.
Disguised as a snapvine watermelon, the regular Ashbringer. We solved the riddle! 17-year-old riddle.
Yeah, man.
Man, if I was a Blizzard developer, I would put an uncorrupted Ashbringer just in a random chest somewhere on one server. Just
In
to
Classic.
mess with people. In class Season of Mastery.
Yeah,
just to
that's-
mess with people.
That's a funny
You know?
idea, actually. Like that neck from MC. You heard about that, right?
Yeah. One person looted it, was never supposed to go live with that neck there.
Which is strange.
Let
I
him
mean, I
keep
don't. It's not really that good of a neck, to be honest. So I don't know why they were so worried about it. Oh, look at there's stitches running through the forest.
And then the dude tried to sell his account and got banned and...
Oh,
or
really?
something
Wow,
like
I
that.
didn't know that part.
Yeah. Apparently he... Again, this is all, hearsay, but supposedly he got banned for trying to sell his account on eBay because he advertised that he had a one-of-a-kind legendary.
It's kind of hard to be incognito in that case,
Yeah.
right? You're the only person who's ever looted it. Blizzard knows who you are. So it's going to be hard to sell that account.
Yeah.
And that neck
that's-
sucks. Like, what's the point? It's like useless.
that was the lore of it, right? Like the
Yeah.
legend of how he got permabanned.
Oh, I see. I didn't even realize that part was part of the story. It's funny.
Yeah, because he was stupid enough to put that on eBay.
Here's the guys. You want to try to kill it?
I mean, we can.
It's a level 35 elite, just like Morla Dim. Probably.
Well,
obviously.
give us a good idea of how we'll do against Morladim, don't you think? And we've got these guys to help us.
He's hopefully not going to attack us. If if we get hit by stitches, we're going to die. He does a ton of damage.
Yeah.
He's meant to kill all these guards and get to the next level. Like, he's supposed to kill these guys and then get to the town. So
I mean, we don't have to if you don't want to.
feels like a waste of time. You know,
Yeah, I'm down either way, buddy.
don't have a ton of time as it is, so let's just not waste it.
Let's go. Yeah, we're getting close to when you need to get going. I understand.
About 45 more minutes, so I'd love to get to 30, obviously at least 31, if not on our way to 32 if we're going to do STV.
Sounds good.
But at least we did finish Morbid Fell and the Scythe of Elune, so those are 2 of 4 zone quest lines that I definitely wanted to do. So then the next time we get together, which I guess Monday?
Yeah. Just, Sunday, Monday, whatever is good for you is good for me.
Oh yeah, Sunday too. Okay, yeah, we'll see what happens this weekend. But yeah, either way, we got to get together again and then do the rest of the leveling we needed to get to be able to do those quests, do those, and then that's it. Finally ready to make that video. Took like a long time. Still haven't done anything with Redridge footage, but I just don't really have any passion. Like there's only like one quest line in Redridge that I felt like was worth displaying, so I'm not even sure what I'm gonna do.
Maybe I don't know. Are you gonna do that one with the Two Towers quest? Is it long enough for a video? Do you think?
No,
Where we
probably
went-
not. I mean, it's just not interesting enough either. I'd probably do that as like some precursor to the Scythe of Elune, if anything, because that seems somehow
Yeah.
connected. I don't know why, but yeah, I don't know.
I just
It's
mean
okay
because
to
it's
say.
such a rare quest that so few people will have ever done it.
I don't believe that, but I mean, it is a strange one that it starts in Elwyn. Yeah,
Well, and that's why. Because I mean, I didn't even know it existed. So
right.
just going by my own experience there. So
No, I get it. Yeah.
Interesting. You were saying earlier we were about the state of the game and 10.0. It's something that I've been thinking ever since is we have never been in a better position to completely relaunch the game. A WoW 2.0, something that people have been talking about, but that will never happen.
Oh, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, but it's never been in a more advantageous position for it.
Never is. I mean, it's at a zero threshold regardless. Like, it's a terrible, terrible fucking idea. And if they ever do it, I'll probably quit the game. So I don't know why anybody would want to have every single thing they've ever worked on over the last 17 years deleted and have to start fresh. But I don't want that. So please do not encourage anybody to do that. That's the worst idea that ever could. I mean,
Well, I'm not. It just occurred to me that given the state of the game and
Yeah.
the
Well, if they want to do a whole new version of all the continents and everything, like a whole new Cataclysm type thing, they can do that. But if my Death Knight or Paladin are ever deleted, then that is the end of WoW for me, because that's the main reason I play the game, is my connection to these characters.
for sure.
Oh, have you yet found Eliza's grave? Do you have the Embalmer's heart? Yes, it's in my hand. Still beating. You've done it. The magic within his heart will be proof against the Embalmer's evil, and a powerful aegis over the town of Darkshire. You have done a great thing for our people, Gidwin. Your name will remain in our annals forever. Honestly, those shoulders aren't bad. Oh, you get
Light
both.
bless you.
You get both items. That's cool. Oh, look at that. 6,000, almost 6.3. That's a lot of experience because that was an elite quest.
Nice.
That gave us like almost a quarter of a level. Oh, that's the
Absolutely.
crest of Darkshire. Yes, that's another unique transmog. See, it's got that lion face on it.
Oh yeah. I know I have that.
That one's still in the game, yeah.
transmog.
Because this quest still exists. You can still do all that. If you could migrate your character to WoW 2, I mean, what's the point of WoW 2 then if they're going to do that?
Yeah.
I'd take a nap looking at your stream and I had a dream. I see. We'll do the In Dreams questline eventually, me and Cop, hopefully. It's in Western Plaguelands and Eastern Plaguelands. That would-
Indeedly doodly.
That would be like one of the best quests to record. I think that's one of the best quests in the whole game. But like the whole concept of like a WoW 2, I just don't really get why anybody would want it in the first place. And I think maybe I'm wrong about this, but it sounds like people just want them to be able to like start on a fresh code base, but they're not going
Yeah.
to do that. Like that wouldn't be what WoW 2 would be. WoW 2 would be like them just taking everything from WoW 1 and putting a fresh coat of paint on it. So it's like
Yeah.
it's still going to be this complicated mess of systems. They're not just going to like redesign every single class in the game, right? Like,
Yeah.
that's the things that I think people think would happen are not going to happen. So you'd literally just be making the game with like a new graphical engine. That would be it. And I don't want that either. Like, the game looks like WoW to me, and if they ever made it
Yeah.
look like fucking Unreal Engine 6 or whatever the shit is, then that's not WoW anymore either. So
For sure. No, I only mention it because it is something that gets talked about a lot. And,
yeah.
Given how bad the current public opinion of the game and the company is, if they were ever going to do such a thing, this would be the time. But
Nah, it wouldn't be. This is the worst possible time for it. Like, you don't want to try to break the old game and relaunch a new game when things aren't going very great, you know? There's no time to do it. It's never going to be a good time unless for some reason like the game ends. Because it's like, what happens to the storyline? Like, how do you make
Yeah.
a new WoW? What's the point of it? It doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
You make a new WoW and what, all the old expansions content is in that game? I mean, like, what would the new game be? I don't even know. Takes place somewhere other than Azeroth? Like, that's the only other thing I could think of.
Yeah, and that's something I've always said about it. When people ask me about it, is you would have to destroy the planet to do it. And even then, you've got Draenor, you've got Outland, that we have, bases on.
There he is. Is he just gonna walk right by them? What the hell is he doing? Wow, you see he almost... Oh my god, he's hitting them so fucking hard, dude. He killed that mob in 4 health, the guard he's attacking. Yeah, thanks anyway.
Thanks for copping by.
New engine instead of working on the old one. And that's just not like... why? What's the point of that? Like, you want the graphics to be, like, markedly different in WoW? I don't. I mean, like, I just don't... Like, I'm not a technical developer of a video game, so I can't understand why anybody would want this, like, from the perspective of the company as well, but I don't think they do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it would literally just be the same thing as what we have now, but I mean, I just don't know what the purpose is. I can't understand the purpose of it.
Yeah. I think a lot of people think, as you mentioned, it would be on a fresh code base, but...
It's just not going to be. Yeah, they're not going to recode every single thing that they put into the game for the last 17 years. Like, it's just... That would be fucking a decade worth of work, dude. Like, it's not going to happen.
I agree.
I mean, usually, like, the only games I know of that come out with new versions that are not, like, some kind of seasonal thing, like a Pokemon game where it's in a different region and stuff, would be... The game I'm most familiar with would be Crusader Kings. Crusader Kings has 3 versions, 1, 2, and 3. They're the exact same fucking game. They take place on Europe with the Orient as well at times, but they're completely different games. And to mod Crusader Kings 2 is completely different than modding Crusader Kings 3. And, oh yeah, this is important. Let's save this guy. But, the purpose of remaking it is so they can, like, create a better product that won't have as many issues. What's going on here? This guy's, like, not taking any damage. I'm pretty much dead.
I heal.
But anyway, that's not how WoW will work. Like, that's a single-player game's decision. You know what I mean? WoW is never going to be able to do that. So, yeah, I don't know. That would be a new beginning, and they could start right after this expansion. So you want them to remake the game and remove 17 years worth of content as well? Is that really your suggestion?
How are you?
It's a dangerous place, Gidwin. Be careful around here. Thank you for saving me, Gidwin. I know how this looks, but allow me to explain. I was charged by Lieutenant Doran to re-enlist with Curzon's men, so that I might spy on them and bring sorely needed intelligence to the rebels. You saw here where I had thought would be my chance to infiltrate Curzon's compound. I was wrong, and again, thanks for saving me. This was a top secret mission, so you must tell no one, but if you speak with Doran, he will explain.
See you later.
That kind of quest is awesome. Dude just sitting there. And he's not always there, too, because if he dies, it takes a long time for him to respawn.
It reminds me of one in the Grand that is a pain in the butt to get to spawn. Where there's a gankly Rotten Fist spawns at the Nessingwary's camp there.
Oh, is that what that dude's for? That's funny.
Yeah. He spawns and he tries to kill a gnome that's delivering furs to one of the people. You have to save the gnome.
That's funny.
Greetings.
Yes, what Thorson told you is true. You must be discreet with this. At one time, we rebels were fiercely loyal to Colonel Curzon. But such was Curzon's corruption, our passion twisted into rage. If it was made known that Private Thorson has had recent dealings with Curzon's men, then one night he would find himself with a slit throat. To my knowledge, only Sergeant Yoa, Thorson, and I were privy to Thorson's mission. But there must be another, a traitor. Curzon knows Thorson's secret, then we have a spy in our midst. We must determine how the secret was leaked. Thorson's contact with Curzon's camp was Bookie Herod. Herod is Curzon's logistic officer and knows everything about the running of Curzon's compound. If you can get Herod's notes or records, maybe we can find out how Thorson was discovered. When we were still with Curzon, Bookie's office was at the top floor of the camp's only 2-story house. His records are probably still there.
Be careful.
So we won't be doing that, obviously, right now at least, but that's another good quest. That whole quest line will be good to do in the future. Those mobs are like level 35, I think. Yeah, those mobs are all, those quests are all to go to the Curzon compound, which is like mobs are like level 35 or something, so.
Yeah, we won't be doing that. We'll get over to Nessingwary.
Yeah, the Nessingwary is where you want to start for sure. We're going to get a lot of experience from those early quests. Oh my god. We need to kill you, but not yet. We don't have the quest.
Theo says, "Hey, what was Luzran doing there? He's a way far from home. Different abomination." Theo.
What's that mean, Luzran?
Oh, that's one of the abominations in the Ghostlands. They're called Knuckle Rot and Luzran.
Oh, okay. That wasn't him.
No, like I say, different abomination.
You did say that, yeah. God, I love being underwater when it rains, though, I'll tell you what.
Yeah. Old wives' tale. Fish bite better in the rain.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Which wife? Did you hear about Nancy Reagan?
I did not.
Oh, I shouldn't say it out loud. Maybe it's not appropriate.
Well met.
Yeah, there's the massive iron axe.
Be careful.
That pattern's
How
up.
are ya?
All right, Master Nessingwary has the... Wow, look at how retarded this guy looks. Look at the fucking portrait of this guy on the quest. Dwarves are so dumb looking at times. Master Hemmet Nessingwary is a big hunt ahead of him. I find helping him prepare for a day in the jungle is much more relaxing than helping him ready for combat. Although I do miss some of those glorious moments on the battlefield. Welcome to the jungle. Welcome to the jungle. Perhaps you are not aware of this, but that dwarf over there is the one and only Hemmet Nessingwary, renowned war hero of the Alliance and master big game hunter. He's not one for welcoming strangers into his camp, but you look like you've seen quite a bit of action in your day, Paladin. Being a veteran of many battles himself, Master Nessingwary has a soft spot for fellow heroes. Go and speak with him. Perhaps he can give you some hunting pointers.
Safe travels. Well met.
Jolly nice to make your acquaintance, Gidwin. Haven't seen a paladin around these parts for some time. I situated myself with this expedition for one purpose, to hunt a great and elusive beast. Seeing that you're a hero of sorts, I am willing to let you take part in the hunt, but you must first prove yourself. I shall teach the ways of raptor killing to you. Ajak will train you with tiger hunting, and Sir Eldigan is a master of panther tracking. So you think your hunting skills are in tip-top shape? I can put them to the test in a jiffy. Head out into that jungle and kill 10 stranglethorn raptors. We'll see just how much of a big game hunter you are. And no, I won't tell you where you can find them. Locating the beast is half the challenge.
See you soon.
It's funny.
Hey there.
Tiger mastery. When I was but a young girl, my father trained me in the art of tiger hunting. You'll find the young felines much easier to track and slay. For this reason, we'll start you out easy. One can often find young tigers near the expedition camp. Test your tracking skills and see if you can hunt down some of the beasts.
Have a good one.
What can I do for you?
If you want to be a part of the hunt with this crack group Hemmet has assembled, you're going to need to prove yourself an established panther hunter. We'll start you out easy, don't worry. Let's just see you kill 10 young panthers to start. Tracking them down is only half the challenge.
Light bless you.
No, this is
You got my attention.
don't need
See
that
you
one.
soon.
Alright, let's go get some raptors, or some panthers and tigers killed.
That's good.
Usually you do that, and then you do the raptors with chain 2 of the other 2. These are level 31, so yeah, this is... Probably should have went to, like, South Shore or something. I don't actually know what, like, a good... I don't remember what the guide had me do.
Yeah, I don't know. Hey, this was close.
Yeah, no, obviously this is a good idea now, but
I don't know if I've spent my talent point yet.
I haven't gotten mine yet, so. But yeah, the good thing about these quests is that we don't have to worry about looting anything.
Yes.
Pretty much everything in the rest of this playthrough or the rest of this session of play is going to be just kill mobs. Makes it easier. The more people, the easier it is.
It's true. Yeah, the Green Hills of Stranglethorn is probably not a quest we need. We should be attempting in a group of 2.
That will not
Hard
be being
enough.
completed one way or the other.
Yeah. That's
tried
hard
to
enough
eat-
alone.
Yeah, it's just, you have to buy them. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah. I don't think we'll ever be that desperate for XP.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's going to be the ability to purchase them regardless, so.
Oh yeah, yeah. I keep
Not
forgetting
going to
this
happen.
server.
Yeah. I'm actually shocked that there is still people playing on the server. Like, I guess there's other people who just want to be on a really, really dead server, but... Like, are there 60s? Let's see, /260. Oh, there's 5 60s online. Okay. 3 of them are just in Ironforge, probably AFK, because there's nothing for them to do. I mean, I don't know what you can
I mean,
even
it
do
is 7 a.m. for them, so.
No, I know that, yeah. But I mean, what can you do at 7 a.m. either way as a level 60 in Classic? There's just not really much you can do.
Yeah.
Grind gold, that's it.
Head to that one ogre dungeon you used to like to grind on Ace Games.
Yeah, man. Dire Maul. One of my favorite places in WoW. Eldrathalos. You saw that video I made of ranking all the realms based on their potential lore and stuff, right?
I did.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I watched it, though.
Yeah, me too, honestly. But that's one of the top ones for sure. Eldrathalos. Night Elf Mage on that realm. Let's rock. That's the perfect name for it.
I think when we chose a realm for the Blood Elves that we did.
Yeah, we
Blood Elves
did
Starting Zone
Windrunner.
for. Yeah, we did a good job choosing it by that.
Yep, that's nice. It's nice. Even though we'll only ever play with each other, so we'll never really see it, but I was just looking back because I'm actually, now that I'm playing on Alliance again, I'm like, I need to get some more characters on Alliance here. Fuck. And I have 50. I'm at 50 now, so I was like, I have to delete some characters. And I'm looking at all these realms. I'm like, what the hell? Windrunner? I didn't even know that was a realm. Bellovere. Oh, I remember that. And then I look again, Fenris. I'm like, Fenris? What the fuck is this? And then I look, Brielle, the character you and I did for the Gilneas Starting Zone thing as well.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Of course, Jesus, man, 3 mobs all of a sudden, we can't. Oh, and reset.
Yeah, that's why I made sure not to damage it.
I didn't realize it had aggro in the first place. Good time to have some rested, though. I still have rested at least. How about you?
I can't tell. I can never tell with this weak aura.
Oh, right. Resist, missed, resist, missed, resist, missed. Okay, literally 6 things didn't hit. That's interesting. What is it what is constantly resisting? Red aura? What the fuck? I didn't know it could resist red aura.
Red aura, yeah. maybe the bonus holy damage of the swings that are missing.
I don't think so. It was just constantly showing up on the screen, like resist, miss, resist, miss. It has to be red aura.
Yeah. But yeah, because you're the one that gets hit all the time.
I am.
You're the tank, I'm the faux healer.
Yeah, we're both healers, but I'm the tank for sure. Righteous Fury on for a reason. I have to protect my Paladin Pal here, you know?
Absolutely. That's why I keep throwing heals on you. Gotta protect my Paladin Pal.
Yep. Stranglethorn in the Rain, though. This is definitely a very iconic.
Yes.
This feels like Stranglethorn right here.
It should almost always be raining here.
I'm with you. I'm actually with you on that, yeah.
I was never a huge fan of the panther hunting ones because they start getting invisible after a while.
Yeah, that's annoying. That third chain there is invisible. I know where to find him, though.
That's why I'm following you around.
Is that
You know
the
what you're
reason?
doing. Well, that, part of the...
Yeah, we have to do it, yeah.
You kind of have to stay together.
We're not Paladin separatists.
Exactly. Paladin Pals. For life.
Yeah, if only Void Elf could be Blood Elf, then we could do this on live, too.
White Elf can look a little like Blood Elf, but
I'm
I don't
sorry,
think it can
fucked
look
up.
enough.
I said Blood Elf like an idiot, but I meant Paladin. If only Void Elf could be Paladin. Yeah,
Yes!
Void Elf can literally be Blood Elf, like they can look exactly like a Blood Elf now, which is awesome. I love that concept. But they can't be Paladins. So.
Yeah, you want to talk about races that should not be able to be Paladins? Definitely Void Elf.
Yeah. You think so? Why?
Yeah, they're kind of like seeped in void energy.
Okay, but they were formerly Blood Elves, so they could have been Paladins at one point, right?
Yeah, their whole lore is that they're cut off from the light.
Oh, is it? Okay, I don't actually know.
Yeah, they're so part of the void that they can no longer contact.
I need to have, like, is there any way that you can redo those quest lines to unlock the allied races? Is there?
Yeah, you're supposed to be able to redo them on alts.
Oh, well, I don't
Gotta
know how
be on
you
alt
do
that
them.
didn't do them. You should be able to just go to the the place where you unlock them, the embassy.
Is that right?
Yeah, you should be able to just unlock them or redo the quest chain on an alt that hasn't done them.
Interesting.
Yeah. I know I've got alts that have the quest to go unlock them.
Well, I know there's a quest to go to the embassy, but every time I go and turn that quest in, there's just nothing there, so I wasn't sure if I was missing something.
I'm not sure myself. I'd have to relook because I know it was something they talked about adding and said they were going to add. So whether they did or not, I haven't tried yet. So
Let's see, Void Elf, because that has some really cool story. It's like overlaps with Blood Elf stuff.
yes,
Void Elf.
you go into the ghost lands and stuff.
Yeah. Oh god, what is this fucking post? It is nearly impossible to unlock Void Elves and Lightforged Draenei in Shadowlands. I can't wait to read this.
if anything, it's easier.
I want to read this whole thing.
Okay.
Actually, most of this is just nonsense. The "you are now prepared" process in Shadowlands is riddled with problems. I'll break it down into smaller steps. 1. Achieve a character of at least level 50 to unlock Chromie. That's what this guy wrote. 2.
Okay.
Undergo the Broken Shore questline to unlock the Legion playing area. 3. Level up to 45 and acquire the quest Uniting the Isles from Khadgar and Dalaran. 4. Complete the quest. It requires getting at least friendly in the many factions in Legion. For some reason, it didn't require all of them for me to turn them in, though. Okay, let's turn these in first.
Hello.
Nicely done, Goodwin. You are ready to move on. You are learning, Paladin. Let us test your skills with the mature cats now. Kill 10 Stranglethorn Tigers this time out.
See you around.
King's honor, friend.
Off to a good start, Goodwin. Now you're ready to turn it up a notch. If you want to prove yourself worthy of socializing with the likes of these big game hunters, you'll need to prove that you can kill 10 panthers. Those big boys are tougher. They're not as easy as the young ones you were killing earlier.
Go with honor, friend.
Oh, yeah? Okay, anyway, so this guy, so he lists all these things. Here's why he thinks it's a problem. It's nearly impossible. Problems. Number 1. Chromie will not allow you to do these quests once you are 50. She cuts you off from her time travel. It says
Pretty
nothing
sure I
but
made a video about just that problem.
Yeah,
but
okay, regardless, yeah, obviously you're right as well, but that has nothing to do with unlocking the allied races. What the fuck is this guy talking about? Not even remotely related. Anyway, if you start these quests at 45, you won't be able to finish the Argus quest because you will reach 50 before you do. Yeah.
But you could still do them, even if even if you were 60, you could do them. You don't have to get experience to do the quest.
3. Chromie is glitchy. Traveling through instances sometimes takes you back to present time, but she will still think you're in Legion expansion. Contacting Khadgar was extremely frustrating because of this. My best method was to reset it and ask her to take me to present time, then go back to Legion, then use the Dalaran Hearthstone. Good solution, man. You're really thinking. 4. The quests where they least expect it in the Argus questline is almost impossible. They design Legion invasions as pseudo-raids, with the idea that people will group up and do them together in groups of at least 10. Since no one beyond 50 can time travel, you cannot be carried. Alternatively, you can do that if you have 9 other like-minded people that jump through these ridiculous hoops to get to this point to do a raid.
Does he not understand that you gain power as you level past 50?
This guy doesn't understand anything. These are the people that want them to listen to them, man. Like, I mean, I don't know what else to say at this point. They should not be listened to. I don't really care, man. Like, they don't have any idea what they're talking about. They don't understand the game at a fundamental level, and they haven't done anything to help them figure it out. Like, I'll tell you right now, if at any point you're this fucking confused and you come to the forums bitching at Blizzard for it, just please stop playing the game. Go do something else, man. Because if your immediate response isn't to try to figure out how to solve your own problem, and it's so fucking obvious, right? Like, this is clearly solvable from this guy's end. It's not like he's turned into some bizarre bug that he doesn't understand that he's having, you know? It's so fucking solvable. Like, I'm sure Wowhead article tells him everything he needs to know about this, surely, right? It doesn't mention fucking Chromie time. I guarantee you that there's no article out there that mentions Chromie time. Why does that even happen? Why is he even thinking about that? How has that actually occurred? I don't understand.
No. This is the type of person who can't visit their order hall for over a year.
Yeah, no,
thinks
you're
it's
right.
Blizzard's fault.
Yeah. And this is the last statement he says. I really want to play a Void Elf and be able to come back and enjoy playing World of Warcraft, but with the way things are currently, I am losing all interest.
Good?
That's probably for the best then, yeah.
Yeah, to quote Rusty, probably for the
Probably
best.
for the best, yep.
can't.
This guy says, you definitely don't need Chromie for any of this. In fact, you're making it more difficult on yourself because you're forcing mobs to your level when you can simply do everything in the game at max level, which would be a lot faster.
Yes! Yes! I can't even.
This guy is like so confused. Then later he says, it's a bit confusing, but I found out you can take the portal to Azuna and then use the Griffin to go to Dalaran. Not Azuna, first of all. Despite not being in Chromie time, it will still be Legion Dalaran. There is a difference though. Your Dalaran Hearthstone takes you to present Dalaran, which lacks the questing stuff you need. To complete the invasion, I had a buffed up level 50 run me through it after posting in general. I'm not alone with the Chromie thought process. There are some Shadowlands Void Elf guides that suggest you do Chromie style. Dude, are there? Oh my god, I fucking hoped. Like, what the fuck?
Welcome, recruit.
Oh,
This guy, why would, it's a 3-minute video. Surely he doesn't explain using Chromie time to do it. Why would anybody recommend that?
oh no. Don't. I can't. Like, I'm not trying to be an elitist or a gatekeeper or anything, but that is just the stupidest crap I've ever heard.
Like, yeah, there's just a lot of problems. I think it's because that's why he's recommending doing it. Oh my god, this guy's such a fucking idiot. He's recommending doing it because the first thing you get from Chromie time is the Hearthstone to Dalaran. This is like a speedrun guide on how to unlock this allied race. He linked this video of this guy basically doing a speedrun of unlocking Void Elves. And he goes to Chromie time just so he can get the Hearthstone. And the funniest thing, in the video, the guy is level 50. These people are just... It's so sad.
It really is.
Anyway, that's, how did I even get on this topic? As I was looking to figure out what the name of the quest is, yeah.
Stuff like that is why I just don't spend time on the forums.
It's impossible, man, because there was a time, like, you know, when I started, like, YouTube as well, I was like, I want to help people, man. I want to help those people. But they don't want to be helped. Like, they actually are, if I went and told that guy, like, the replies are basically what I would be saying to him, and he gets in a fight with the people. It's like, please, dude, stop this fucking lunacy. You're so off of what you should be looking at, and then when somebody tries to tell you that, you get mad at them. This is not healthy. This is not how humans should act.
Oh boy.
But anyway, I don't actually sure if you can do it again. I'm just trying to figure out what the name of the fucking quest is. It says Allies of the Alliance, Void Elf, the Ghostlands. I'm just trying to figure out where you pick it up. It says start Alaria Windrunner. So that would be in the embassy, right?
Yeah, that would be in the embassy.
Yeah, so I've gone to that embassy a dozen times and I've never seen any quests in the embassy on alt.
I think you might have to click on the banner to start it,
Oh yeah.
right? I seem to recall that's how I there was one of the quests started when I clicked on the banner of the thing I was trying to unlock. I don't know. I'll go have a look at it later today on an alt.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Figure it
Well,
out.
let
Let
me
you
know.
know what I find.
Guy says, to unlock this quest since BFA launched, I still had to complete the Cultist intro scenario as far as reaching the town of Boralis. So maybe that's the issue.
Maybe.
Maybe you have to actually have started BFA to actually unlock those allied races. Although I don't think that's right because those allied races were in prior to BFA, right?
Yeah, they... Yeah, because they were... That was the big complaint at the end of Legion was the Alliance allied races took way longer to unlock than the Horde ones.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because you had to complete the 2 reps on Argus to do it.
Oh, I remember, yeah.
And people complain about it. Whereas, like, High Mountain, you would basically have it.
That's true. Those reps were easier anyway, because High Mountain was, like, for some reason, accidentally grindable.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's like that. You know that, like, you can go and kill a boss in Neltharion Slayer. It gives rep every time you kill it.
Oh, wow. I did not know that.
You didn't know that, yeah. Yeah, the boss in, the third boss in Neltharion Slayer gives, like, 150 rep every time you kill it for some reason. With High Mountain.
If you were someone who did a lot of Mythic Plus, I imagine that would make it way easier to grind the rep.
Yep.
But,
well, obviously, the best way to do it would be just run normal over and over again, but...
Yeah. But, I mean, you would almost be at Exalted just from doing the storyline, you know? So...
Oh, really? As you get that much rep? I don't know about that.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of quests there.
Is there? I'm pretty sure the rep is supposed to come from World Quests. That's how you normally get it.
Yeah.
I think you get Exalted from just leveling.
I'm not Exalted, but it's very close to it.
You probably start a lot higher than you do the other reps, that's for sure.
Yeah, yeah. You're in Revered. But that was what I was trying to get at. Start in Revered anyway.
Oh, I need to take a look at this too. I saw this post on Wowhead last night that, fuck, when am I going to do this? Because of TBC Chromie time, or whatever, TBC time walking, the rep buff you get from that, doing the, a finger.
Neither of us have fingers, I don't think, so I'm going to click need.
Click need, yep. I'm keeping
Rats.
that one. Anyway,
Absolutely.
yeah, anyway, the whole rep buff that you get right now from time walking, it seems like it's bugged or something, because it's giving, like, an enormous amount of rep for the, nether stuff. Nether.
Oh, yeah.
What are those? The nether drakes?
Netherwing, yeah.
Yeah, netherwing, that's it, yeah. So, literally, starting the quest is supposed to take you to neutral. It takes you to Revered.
Holy crap.
Yep. And like, people are like, no, you're getting 50% more rep. That's why that happens. I'm like,
no.
Are you not looking at the numbers there? Because there's fucking no way. I mean, I don't know what rep to get to neutral is from hated or whatever, but it's definitely not 50% more to get to Revered. It's like fucking 8 times more, I'm pretty sure. Seems like it's a bug, but I think it's one of those things that maybe they did on purpose because to kind of get people to go out and do it.
Well, the Netherwing rep was one of the ones I was always glad I got done before they did introduce cross-realm zoning, because it's just a huge pain to do, because you got to go and get all those eggs.
Yeah. Well, that's the good thing about you can just do it in like on a leveling character now, so just go do it on a character that needs the experience.
Yep. But when I did it, I was following one of Sai's guides and went and did it at like 2 a.m. and there was like nobody there, so I got all the eggs. And...
Oh yeah, yeah. The eggs are like crucial, right? They're like
yeah. That's the only way you get rep after.
Oh, is it really? I thought there was quests too.
I mean, there's daily quests, but they're dependent on gathering professions, right? So there's a daily for so many skins, and there's a daily for so much ore, the such and so forth. But I think there's a daily for so much cloth. That's the one that everybody can do.
Baxi says he thinks we're wrong about this. Hated is the same rep to neutral as neutral is to revered. Is this? What the fuck? Well, how much rep? I guess I've never started at hated before, so maybe I have no idea. I mean, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
That doesn't sound right. I mean, that sounds right to you. That's ridiculous because even friendly to what's it, honored? Friendly to honored,
Yeah.
and then honored to revered. The difference is 2. It's like twice as much rep, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, like, to go from neutral to revered is 21k.
Yeah.
Okay? So, what you're saying is that to go from hated to neutral is got to be like 42k.
He says it's 36k. Okay.
Yeah.
I did not know that was a
Maybe.
thing. Well, yeah, I guess
Maybe.
you don't really ever start at hated, so I wouldn't even know that was
Yeah.
a thing. Yeah.
That
That's
could be.
interesting. No, I guess it makes sense then.
Yeah.
It just sounded like a bug to me, and it sounded like one of those like bugs that Blizzard made a thing. Like it wasn't a bug, but it's not working as it's expected, but it's staying that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I gotta do that.
It's definitely the time to do it then. If that's how that's working.
Yeah, it works that way every time. So just been wanting to do it for a while, but just never do it. Hated is 36k. Hostile it's 6k. Oh, hostile. What the
Oh yeah, because that's what we were thinking of as hostile.
I didn't even know there is a
Yeah.
hostile.
Yeah. Because hostile is what it goes from neutral to hostile, right? Because when
Hostile
they're
to,
neutral,
like,
they won't
friendly,
actively attack you, and then hostile they will.
Interesting. It's really bizarre.
It makes sense because there's 42k from neutral to exalted, right? So it would make sense if there was 42k from neutral to hated. If you go all
Yeah.
the way.
Okay.
And
Yeah, it's the
30
opposite.
if
It's like a
6K
mirror.
Yeah, and if 6k is hostile, then it would make sense that hated is 36k.
That's fucking right. All right, yeah, I guess you're right. It's crazy. I had no idea that worked that way.
Yeah, so if you're getting 42k to go from hated to neutral, right, as part of the quest, and you're getting 50% more, that would be another 21. That would take you to revered.
Yeah, all right,
That
there you
makes
go.
perfect sense.
Solved the problem, Monsieur Perot. Fucking suss
The
it
math
out.
makes sense now.
Yep. All right. Anyway, we're just looking for 2 more tigers here.
2 more tigers.
These are always the pain in the ass ones. Panthers seem to be very common. There's one over there. Yeah, the scarab. What's it called? I don't even know if that rep's still in the game. Brood of Nor's Doomu rep starts at hated as well.
I think it is. Because there's still a bunch of quests in Silithus. Nowhere near as many.
That must be what Faxy's talking about. He said the AQ40 rep. That's just the Brood of Nor's Doomu, right? See, in Classic, Brood of Nor's Doomu was how you opened the gates.
Yeah.
But then you get rep from the raid as like a catch-up, basically. But yeah, to grind Brood of Nor's Doomu, you have to kill these bugs that drop these items that you turn into Nor's Doomu or whatever it is, whoever it is over there, Anachronos. And it gives like a fucking 150 rep per, and it's like takes like like an hour of grinding every single time. It takes like weeks worth of grinding those mobs to get that rep outside of the raid. That
Makes
quest probably
sense
doesn't
to me.
exist anymore. God, I'm getting so many greens too.
We're hacking.
Is that right?
Yeah, we're hacking. Hacking to get all the greens.
What are you running, like cheat engine? How are you doing it?
Yeah, I plugged my NES Game Shark in.
That's funny. Yeah, you have to plug the game into.
Yeah, I plugged the Game Shark into my computer.
Yeah.
And I'm running WoW through it using a solid state drive to
wow.
the Game Shark, and
Smart.
it's a whole thing. I just wanted us to get more greens.
No, you succeeded.
What can I do for you?
Nicely done, old chap. Quite. Now, let us step up the challenge and see if you're up to it. Venture into the jungle and bag yourself 10 of those bloody lash-tail raptors. Let's see what you got.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Can I help you?
Anyway, I am impressed, Paladin. You are progressing quite well. Now I'm going to up the stakes on you and truly test your skill. Prove to me you can kill 10 Elder Stranglethorn Tigers. If you can do that, you will be ready for your final challenge before I declare you a Master Tiger Hunter in Master Nessingwary's presence. Elder Stranglethorn Tigers are not only the most difficult to find, they're also the fiercest to defeat.
Be careful.
I just realized what time it is, though.
Need help?
Anyway, perfectly executed, Gidwin. Now's the hard part. A true Panther Hunter can show skill by dropping Shadow Maw Panthers. I'm just not even going to pick these up. It just depends. So what do we want to, like, I still have enough time to, like, plan for the next episode. Like, what do you want to do next?
I don't know. Like,
Because this zone is just not, we're not high enough to do most of the rest of these quests now at this point, so.
sure. So what?
Those tigers are going to be 35 as well, so. I think we're going to have to find something else.
Go to South Shore?
I don't know. I actually don't know. Like, I've never leveled in Classic before, so I don't actually know the answer to this question.
I'm looking at South Shore. Most of those look red. Some yellow, some orange.
Arathi, maybe? No, I don't think so. Looks like Arathi's even higher.
Yeah. The PvP
I guess
quest
it's got to be South Shore. Yeah, there has to be.
Yeah,
South
I think
Shore,
once we start South Shore, we should get some quests that are.
Or maybe Theramore. I don't know.
I don't.
See, I think there is lower quests in because I think Theramore is low. See, Wetland or what's it called? Dustwallow Marsh is high. Like the mobs out in the middle of the zone are really high level. But there are a bunch of quests that are pretty low level as well, if I remember correctly.
It looks like we've got 2 quests to turn in there and 1 to pick up, and then probably a whole bunch more will open up. So maybe we go to Theramore and see what's there.
Yeah.
Worst comes to worst, we go back to South Shore. It's fine.
Let's drop these. But yeah, so we can actually just hearth then if that's the case. That will be a good place to end, and then we'll be in the inn and get some rested. And then I think we can obviously do. Well, maybe we just do that right now, actually, since we're going there. So I don't have to go right now, but yeah, we can do that missing diplomat quest.
Oh, sounds good.
Since we're right here.
Hello.
Welcome, Gidwin. Good of you to join us. Perhaps an ale today, or some mutton? Name your pleasure, and I'll see to it that you're taken care of. My name is Mikhail, and I look forward to serving you. What's that? Trius? Keep your voice down, my friend. This isn't something for the whole tavern to hear about. You say Elling sent you here? Well, then the hospitality I express is now tenfold. Anything you need, just ask. I will do my best to aid you. Oh, Slim, you say? Not sure the name sounds familiar, but I'll keep my eyes out for him. Don't look now, Gidwin, but the gentleman over by the exit... Wait, the exit is looking over here. He's listening to our conversation a little too intently, if you catch my meaning. If I were you, I'd do what you can to subdue him before he makes a break for the door.
See you around.
You need something?
You thought I'd be alone too, huh? No, I've done this quest already.
Yeah. The Paladin Pals don't roll alone. We roll in a group.
Well, this is way more than what I bargained for. You're on your own, Slim, says his friend. What a clone. Okay. No need to get all violent. I'll talk. I have a few notes from the job back at my place. I'll get them and then meet you back at the inn.
Wait, we just trusted him to go get the notes?
Right. That is kind of funny, actually. This would be here. I'm glad the commotion died down around here. Last thing the place needs is another brawl.
How are you?
Caught him, huh? Good for you. I'm surprised that was Slim. I'll be honest, I never thought I'd miss the excitement of some of the more devious underground activities. I guess old habits die harder. Don't mention that to Elling. He'd probably try to get me to come back to Stormwind if he heard I missed the action. I'm glad I could at least be of a little service to you while you were here in Menethil. If you need anything else, just ask.
Have a good one.
What can I do for you?
The Defias didn't pay me well enough to die for their cause. They took the king. Yeah, the king of Stormwind, not some lowly diplomat. He was on his way to Theramore to meet with Jaina Proudmoore. It was a big deal apparently, and a big secret. But it's not just the Defias that are involved. They're working with someone. I think they knew this was bigger than them. My part was just to get their man on board the king's ship while it was in the harbor. The guy's name was Hendel. That's all I know, I swear.
For the Alliance.
You need something?
The king? I mean, the king? The real king? Are you joking? You didn't mention you were looking for the king's kidnappers. I didn't even hear he was missing. That would explain his son being crowned some. I'll send word to Elling right away. He'll want to know you're on the trail. I would have never guessed John would sell out Stormwind for some lousy coin. Even a rogue's got to have some honor when it comes to some things. The key now is to find this Hendel, and I think I can help with that. The beginning of every month, the Cultier's Marines all get paid and usually leave Theramore for somewhere else. A lot of them come here to womanize, carouse, and just have a good time. One of those groups I'd consider regulars here at the tavern, and I believe this Hendel is among them. Commander Salmal in Theramore would be able to help you find him if Hendel's still stationed here. He's completely loyal to Proudmoore, but if you drop Elling's name, he should help you out, discreetly.
Safe travels.
Okay, cool. Let's quickly go to Theramore too, and then 'cause I have a feeling I'm gonna forget. So at least if we start in Theramore, I'll remember why we're there. And then that'll be it for today. We'll just get there and log off in the end, and then that'll be it.
It's a rested XP.
Yep. Looks like the boat's on its way.
Nice.
I think, or did it just leave? Maybe it just left. Thought I saw
Might
it
have been
over
that other boat too.
there. Yeah. I just went to Cop's stream. How is he like 20% of an experience ahead of you? That's a good fucking question, dude, and he doesn't seem to know, so I don't know. It's a sore spot. I don't know if I gotta keep bringing it up, I guess. I don't know.
I don't do quests without you, I swear.
It's getting worse, which is the weird part.
That's the weird part.
Yes, the weirdest part is it's getting worse. I think it must be because... I can't even imagine, actually.
Oh, why?
The only thing I can think of is that, like, because we are doing quests or stuff that's lower level or higher level than we should be maybe at times, I can't actually really even come up with a reason, honestly. It just seems like maybe some reason you're getting more when you level, and then you're leveling, and then that's compounding. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's actually getting worse now. At one point you dinged. Yeah, I think facts are. I think it's like actually 20% difference now, like because you dinged from a quest, and then I had to do 2 more quests to ding. So it's like, what the fuck? I should just get that add-on. Do I even have weak ores? No, I don't have them on.
It was just like one quest from like the starting zone that was human only.
That's the only one I remember not being able to do together. Yeah, but there must be another one. There has to be. You didn't go and kill mobs or anything on this character. That was on a rogue or something, right? Yeah.
No, yeah, I specifically sat in Stormwind and went on my rogue to kill stuff to level my cooking. So
maybe that's happened at some point. Did we log off in different places?
I don't think so. I always log off in Stormwind, so
that could be it. But you go to Stormwind after the end of the episode, don't you?
Yeah. Usually I'll go to Stormwind.
Yeah, I don't. I just log off wherever we are usually. So I'm probably not getting the full rested when you are, and so you're just getting way more from all the kills that we've had.
But we always log off in rested areas anyway, so it shouldn't matter. I'm in Stormwind and you're in like an inn somewhere.
No, Stormwind gives 200% extra experience, where regular rested only gives 150. Getting well rested is 200%. Or it acquires faster, I think is actually how it works in Classic. I think in Classic it acquires faster. But there's actually different, like it says, yeah, see right now I have rested 200% experience, 200% of normal experience gained from monsters. But there's one that's 150% as well. So that's, I have 200 because we logged off in Stormwind last time. So when we come back and that's consumed, it's only going to be 150. That's probably the difference.
It might be the difference. I don't know.
But 31 though. This is now my highest character in Classic, so that's good.
Nice. Maybe what we do is this. I log off not in the inn, you log off in the inn.
No, don't worry about it. It's not an issue. I don't care. I think it's funny. I mean, it's, you know, people are talking about it, so brings some interest to the playthrough regardless.
Yeah.
I just don't know how it happened, and that's what made me originally so... What the hell? It's so sunny. Look at how sunny it is. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this is a marsh. It should be raining.
Yeah. Claremore is like probably one of the coolest cities in the game for Alliance because it's actually like a real city. Like there's trainers here. You can get everything that you want here.
Yeah.
Like there's actually a Paladin trainer. In fact, we should train real quick before we forget.
Yes.
It's right over here.
Michael Taylor says RNG strikes again. I know it's RNG. It's all RNG.
Yeah, I don't think there's mob experience RNG. Is
I don't think so either.
I have to say this is one of the better looking Ally Classic hubs. Yeah, I mean it's like an actual like full city, honestly. Whoa, what is this? Oh shit, Scarlet people here. I had no idea. What the hell are they doing here?
Can I
Red
help you?
team captain? Is this is some kind of joke, I guess. This isn't actually Scarlet people.
Greetings.
Oh yeah, look, they're like fighting a simulation.
Blue team captain. Yeah, that's
I
what
see.
it is.
It's not a real. They're not real Scarlet people. Anyway, I think. Here we go. Paladin trainer right here.
Can I help you?
Yeah, that guy's like critting that. Hear him hit that fucking training dummy? Jesus. Alright, so what do we got here? So, Seal of Light. That's useful. Train that. Lay on hands.
Lay on hands. Seal of Light? Seal of Light actually useful for me?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it's very useful. The thing is, the lower level you are, like right now, level 31, it's the best it's going to be. It's going to get worse because it just gives a flat amount of HP and we're going to keep getting more HP. But as of right now, it gives us like, every auto attack is probably like 5% of our health. So it's really valuable if we ever get in a pickle where we're fighting like 5 mobs again, like we've had happen a few times.
Yeah.
That's it. Everything else is pretty useless.
Concentration aura, none of the shadow resistance aura, none of that's useful.
You definitely don't need Shadow Resistance Aura, and we definitely don't need Blessing of Salvation. So most of that other, I don't know when that was level 26 apparently.
Yeah.
Divine Intervention, we're never going to use that either. I'm not going to be getting those things.
Sounds good.
All right. Let's go log off in the inn, and I think there should be quest he's making it sound like this guy is the only guy who has a quest, but I do worry about this zone because I'm pretty sure that there's a bunch of quests that only come in Classic or TBC.
Yeah.
There's a quest. Oh yeah, here we go. Wait, what the hell?
I am listening.
Oh yeah, that's Fiora Long Ears. Okay, we'll just turn this in. Good day to you. You were sent by Mr. Flint in Menethil Harbor. Well, Mr. Flint is a strong judge of character. If he sent you, there's no doubt you belong here in Kalimdor.
What brings you here?
Journey to Astronar. No. If you're fresh off the boat from Menethil, then the first thing you should do is go to Astronar. I'm sure an eager member of the Alliance such as you can do some real good there. Speak with Shindrel Swiftfire and offer services. But don't bother mentioning who sent you. God, this is interesting. So that's why it was a level 20 quest. It wasn't introducing us to Theramore, it was introducing us to Kalimdor.
Yeah.
That's bizarre.
High Perch Venom.
So this is the other guy who gives the quest. I guess we're just not... Are you able to pick this up maybe at 32?
No. No, I'm not 32 yet. I'm 31 still.
Okay. What expansion do the hordes nuke this town? That'd be the end of BFA, yeah.
No. It's the end of Cataclysm.
I'm
Beginning
sorry.
of Mob.
You're right. The end of Cataclysm is what I meant to say, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, guys. It's
Do you
gonna
not see a quest that Fiona's got there?
I do, but it's... No, it's to go to
No, there's
Astronaut. Did
to-
you read it?
Hello.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
though there's another one.
High-perched venom.
Co-
That's weird, because that was the quest outside. So you can get it from either of these guys?
Greetings.
What the hell?
Hey there.
Oh, no, that's a different
good
quest
one.
altogether. Okay, I'm an idiot. Yeah, great. All right, well, next time we'll do that then, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
But anyway, Stromy asked, doing any late streams anytime soon? I don't have any plans right now. Yeah, we'll see. This weekend I'm probably not going to be around at all. And then I guess, yeah, maybe Sunday we'll get back together. I'll see. I'll let you know. And then if not, definitely Monday for sure. So that
Sounds
will
good.
very likely be the next time I'm around. So anything to say, closing words there, Cop?
Not much. All I'm gonna say is thanks for hanging out, everybody. Take care. We'll see you next time. Peace. Cop out.